Yeah, keep it up so I can hear. Okay, give us a second.
Oh, it's still doing it. You're not even plugged in. It's worse.
Oh, that sounds better.
It does?
That was probably a few seconds ago, though.
Yeah. I wonder if it is it must be the microphone, because when I...
So I'm saying, maybe that's why
Oh. Turn your microphone
I said,
off.
ouch.
Sorry.
Where's the button? Okay. It's off, right?
Yeah. Alright, let me turn the microphone down. Now let's see if that's any better. It's still echoing, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see if that's better. The sound's a problem. A catchy. So, is the sound problem a catchy thing? Huh. It's still echoing, isn't it?
Buzz is back.
Alright. Let's see if that's better. Is that off? Did he actually turn it off?
There's a blue light.
No, he didn't turn it off. Alright. Alright, let's see here. So it's still doing that. Okay. Alright, let me try this setting and see what happens. It's like a weird echo.
Yeah, it's like feedback. Usually it happens when the microphones are too close together. We did it last time. Her and Hans were here.
Well, I did have all the microphones are off.
What the
So
heck?
it's not the microphones. It's the StreamYard. Let's see.
Do you think I should turn my phone volume down? I don't know if that helps anything or not.
I don't know. All right. Let's see. Is this better now? Excuse me. All right. It's getting trays. It's Jerry on you charge it, but I think let's see. Yes, much better. Charlene said. Hey, Charlene. Hey, Betraya. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Sharon. Can hear Shelly. Okay. Hey, Susan. Susan's back.
Hey.
She had a wonderful trip to
Jealous.
Ireland.
Jealous.
Ireland.
Pictures.
And look, Cool Kid Keto's in here.
Who
Okay,
invited
so-
her?
I know.
Right? Isn't that awesome?
We're just letting vagrants in now.
And where's Hans? Is he still in your basement?
Hans got let go this morning.
Ha ha ha.
We
He
made,
chewed through the floor.
Yeah, he got his knots untied and
Nice.
managed to escape. So he's fled to Green. I don't know if you guys even know where Green is at, but it's up near like.
It's right next to yellow, isn't it?
He's up near New Braunfels. So
It's funny because there isn't orange.
yeah, but Green is a historical town up there in New Braunfels, real pretty, and it's on
Oh,
the
wow.
Guadalupe River. So I'm a little bit jealous because
Right.
I like to float the Guadalupe, and he's up there just doing his Irreverent Warriors hike. So
That's awesome.
I think he's gonna vlog a lot of what he's doing.
Nice.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, you know what? I've never gone down Guadalupe.
What?
Yeah, never.
You're not a real Texan then.
One day I floated the Frio and the Guadalupe in the same day.
Wow. Worldwide Texas
And
tour.
I went to a Dwight Yoakam concert that night.
Wow.
That's what you call an overachiever.
Yes, yeah. And I drove home that night too.
Oh, wow.
But stay between lines, right?
Yeah, that was quite a day.
I
Right.
bet. 22Q Cat said, "Hi, Heath, Shelly, and the Horde. The dinner you're making looks really good for tonight. And who could be the best guest?"
Yeah.
Right.
Sharon said she put in 2 chuck roast and smoked for 2 hours, then pulled a place to my roasty pan.
Nice.
The finished slow cooking in the oven turned out wonderful. Wow,
Good
that does
idea.
sound
Yeah.
amazing. Sharon's here, and she said, "I bet the guest is pretty cool."
Uh-huh.
So let me know if you see anybody else say anything about the sound.
Okay, I
recording.
think by me turning my volume down,
Okay, that helps.
yeah, I just don't know if they can hear.
Can they hear us?
Can you hear
It's just
all
my
of
phone.
us? Yeah.
So we're just using my phone microphone now.
Are you
right?
able to hear all 3 of us talking? Just let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Please.
Awesome. Swong71 says hello all. Yeah. 22Q Cat said there'll be no technical difficulties tonight. I can feel it. I
Thank you.
am hoping.
Thank you.
And then I see Jamie's here. Bluegrass Girl's here. Hey, how are you? How's everybody's Friday night? What you got planned for the weekend? Oh, TC's Life is here. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Right
I think that-
96
Texas
is
girl,
here.
I think she lives in Cyprus.
Who?
That bluegrass girl, is that what you said? who
No,
was it?
she lives near Autumn.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure, right?
Who's
Or
the
is
one
it
that lives
Missouri?
out towards Cyprus, though? The one I delivered her stuff.
Oh, that's Purple Lady.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But that's pretty
Right
cool. There's
when-
not many of us who live in this area.
Yeah.
I know. Reichman said, "Happy Friday, everyone."
And then do
Awesome.
you watch
Oh, thanks,
what's the name?
Sharon. And there's Jerry and Shauna. Shauna said, "Oh my God, I'm home, and thankfully, thanks to my good friends, I'll have a car again tomorrow, totaling out $256 and $170 instead of over $1,000. Oh my gosh."
What's Jay
Poor
Shane's name?
Shauna.
Online.
Keto Road.
The Keto Road. He lives in Katy.
Oh, I
Have you
haven't.
watched his stuff?
No, I haven't seen that channel.
Reichman said, "Smile, Heath. It's Friday."
Right?
Give a smile.
I am. I've been smiling all day. It's been amazing.
That's Heath's smile.
Yeah, it
I'll
is.
say smile, and he's like,
Right.
I'm like, smile.
I am. I promise.
Susan said, "Good evening." Heath just sitting there with his arms crossed.
It was just wild because, like I said, he lives in Katy. We tried to drive all the way to Omaha to finally meet him.
I know. So he's going to get started for our garlic roasted mashed cauliflower. The first thing we
So
got
that's
to
what sounds
do,
fast.
That's
I know, we got to roast the cauliflower. So he's going to start,
And we're peeling this part off.
yeah, peel that off and get it all into the florets. So you're going to put all the florets out there on an even layer. And then we have, I think I got 5 of the garlic cloves.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And
so
we're
you
just
know
gonna
it.
put
I kind
the-
of half smashed them so I could peel them.
Yeah, then you're just gonna put that. We're gonna put it all on a cookie
Cookie
sheet here. I've got the oven preheated to 450, so we're just waiting for Heath to get all of that, and then start getting those florets cut down. So he'll be working on that, and then we got top sirloin fillets, and I did put bacon around the outside.
You already did that part?
Yeah.
Oh, you rock.
So they're in the sous vide. They're just resting in the sous vide, and then
that's the
we'll,
Costco thin stuff we use.
yeah, and then we after the once we finally get this all in the oven and that gets roasted, then we'll start working on the steaks. TC's Life said, "I just popped in for a couple minutes to say hi, and I've missed you. We missed you. Have to get back to work. Have a great
I'm
weekend."
sorry.
You too, TC. Thanks for joining us. Matreya's here. Hey, Matreya, how you doing? Sharon said, "Whatever you unplugged a bit ago." Okay, so that's when we're having the issues. Jerry said he made Patty and me chocolate peanut butter Ketochow creamy ice cream for dinner.
All right,
Ice
show
cream
off.
for dinner. We
Yeah.
can seriously adult here, right? That's
Wait,
awesome.
show off.
Have you made the Ketochow in an ice cream yet?
We tried it, and
We tried last week.
we didn't have. I think it's our ice cream maker. It just didn't really work out because I have like an older model. We don't have the creamy or anything
yeah.
like that. And it didn't really work out, but it was still pretty delicious. Like even though it was just like a sludge. I don't know.
Right.
It kind of turned into some kind of weird thing, but we still ate it or whatever.
Right, you don't want the Ketochow
Yeah.
to go to waste.
Exactly. So no, it was still good, but we have not had just regular Ketochow ice cream. We're gonna have to go to Arizona to get some from.
Should we
Jared.
make some for her tonight?
Well, the thing is, I don't know if our last time it was. Remember, ours didn't get frozen
It
all the
was
way
still
either.
really good though.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
You're
we
gonna have
said,
to pick
that
up
I was
flavor
saying too. Because it just didn't make it the right way, but it was still like kind of like ice cream, but more like just a sludge kind of stuff.
Yeah, ours was
It
kind
was
of
still
like
good.
a melted froyo.
Yeah.
It was good though.
Yeah. Oh, same thing. That's what we said too.
Yeah, we
Like-
still ate it. That's awesome. So Shauna said her first battery died while she was out shopping.
Oh no.
Friends came and jumped it, and the battery's only 4 years old. That doesn't seem very old. Oh, I'm so sorry, Shauna. You had a rough afternoon.
Right.
Let's see. We
Okay,
have
so I'm just
some.
gonna half this right and then chop it up.
Just start pulling all of the
Yeah.
florets off.
That's what we're trying to do.
So usually what I do,
Here,
They
how
start
about I
cut-
sit with you and show me? Because I don't want to mess this up.
you can't really mess it up because it's gonna end up getting mashed. So
Okay.
I just start going in,
Yes, sir. Yes, chef.
and then see the center thing.
We're gonna delete anyways, right?
Yeah. So you just kind of.
Watch the scene, you're scaring me. Just throw stuff at our guests. That's fine. And then the floor.
There we go. There. And then just start breaking the rest up into little florets. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Probably need more of a trash bowl. Shauna said she took it to get replaced. While replacing it, had an old hose and then it broke off a thingy and my radiator started crumbling. Oh gosh.
So like so?
No, like the little florets.
Okay. So I just bought a bag of these right now.
Like, you know.
Fresh is best.
That's right. There, see, like that. Little florets there. There you go. All right. Let's see, where we at? Carrie said hello. He's late to the party. You're just on time. Okay. Let's see. It's harsh. Okay. Okay, talk for a bit. There we go. Let's see, and thank you everybody for helping us. Okay, and then I see Charlene's here. Hey Charlene, welcome back. Now it's all good. Now that we got the volume straightened out, right? Sharon said Hans is off getting boudoir photos done. Right? He put out some of those photos where he's on the couch and what does it say with the fingers in the mouth? I was like, what is he doing with the fingers?
I don't know.
I didn't want to ask.
He was doing what he was told.
Either no, I was not there to tell him what to do, so that was his own doing.
That was his own mind.
Yeah, and I guess it actually that did make me wonder when I saw that. I'm like, is that what he wants the models to do? Like, is that supposed to be?
I don't get the fingers.
What photos is he going to?
I don't know. So yeah, some of his pictures.
Sounds like he was a chaperone. I volunteer.
Yes.
Sometimes his pictures of himself kind of. I was like, what is up with that? But you know, that's Hans. That's his thing.
Yeah,
I heard that's where he posts them on OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's what. I think that's what he was worried when I told him I was doing a live stream. He's like, "Oh, that
God.
kind of live stream." I'm like, what?
He's like, you even know
Yeah,
me?
yeah. He's like,
Yes, Haley, I did get your emails.
Oh,
Thank you for that. And actually, I forgot I already had your mailing address from when you won. So, but thank you. Maternia said we did a quick little 20-mile ride after work. Just a quick 20 miles.
20 miles isn't much, right?
And I was hungry when I got home. Ate a package of Tillamook zero sugar pepper jerky in record time.
Ooh,
that
that sounds
sounds
good.
delicious.
What have you had from Tillamook that wasn't good?
I know. I enjoyed Tillamook.
Yeah.
I was
Their
like,
cheese is
The
good.
cheese is, yeah.
We had the chance that we could have done their tour and had ice cream. However, we were keto, and at the time that we were going to go, it was, I think they charged, I can't remember, somebody could correct me, but for some reason we decided not to go, and instead we went to that ranch that had a restaurant, remember? And we got burgers.
that was really good too.
Yeah, we were able to get like bunless burgers and it's all like the local beef, local Tillamook cheese, like everything was local. So that was a lot of fun. And then just put it kind of in an even layer. And then, let me
A little big?
little.
Okay. And then how do you want the garlic? You want it whole like this?
Yeah, just
Okay,
whole
whole
and
garlic.
just throw it in there.
Now like I said, I peeled them, so I only half crushed them.
Yeah, just throw them in. And then what you're going to do here, and I'll do this, and then I don't know if you want to get the tongs.
Okay.
So I'm just going to drizzle with some olive oil. And then,
You're still gonna dust it with salt, pepper, and garlic,
Yeah.
right? And I mixed with the residue of the 5 spice in with that.
oh,
So it's just a little bit for when I was making it. Because what I always do is do it on one of those cheapo paper plates. So while the residue, fold it and pour it off.
Yeah.
and
So it's
then,
just a little bit, not even a teaspoon, and mixed in.
And then just toss all of this together really well.
I'm gonna get rid of this and get you this prongs.
I'll let you do that. Joe Ray's here. Hey, Joe Ray. She said, good evening. How are you doing? Okay, Maitreya said back to normal. Haley said they can hear all three of us. Jerry says it's rocky for him, but Swan can hear it. Charlene can hear and understand. Reichwin hears me best, and Heath is a little faint, but I can understand you all. Okay, that's good.
Do I need to speak up?
Probably.
Like when I was in theater, my old teacher would be all, from the diaphragm.
Oh, goodness. Shauna said, I hear all of you might not be perfect, but we hear you fine. Good. Oh, and speaking of, Purple Lady Texas is here. We were just mentioning you. I don't know if you heard that. He would stand
at the back of the stage and talk so loud without a microphone that the person at the very back of the auditorium could still hear him.
Oh, wow.
I'm not that loud.
I was taught to be.
Yeah.
I need to enunciate.
But then you are so quiet most of the time because he's always concerned because he's deaf that he's going to be too loud. So
because that's how I grew up. People yelling at me I was too loud.
Yeah. We'll sometimes be at a restaurant. He'll be talking. I'm like, I can't hear you.
And but the table across 3 aisles over can.
No, they can't. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm not going to get after you saying you're too loud. I don't care if the whole restaurant hears you.
Okay.
Okay, Jerry
fully
said,
noted.
Okay, Jerry can hear, but he had to turn up the volume. Okay.
What?
Caboodle Brian said, great evening, y'all. 3 of my favorite Texans in one shot. Wow. That's awesome.
All right.
Did you hear that, Hans?
Did I toss your salad enough, baby?
Yes. Now you're going to put it in the oven. Just make sure it's a nice even layer for about 20 to 25 minutes. I'm going to do the 25 minutes if you're wanting to set a timer.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
And then that way, because you basically want to do it until it's all tender. And so I'm good with 25 minutes should do it. What? Oh, what he said.
Tender.
Oh, goodness. Carrie said the fries have a day since it's Fry Day today. That is true. Oh, Haley's making meatballs for dinner. That sounds good.
Done that too.
Do you do it Swedish style with the brown gravy, or do you do it with the marinara? Oh, also.
I turned that off.
Oh.
Low.
Is it thick?
No.
Oh, well, that's why I had it on high.
No, but it was getting there.
Okay, good. Sarah said, I hear all 3. Sometimes Heath is hard to hear, but he's the furthest away. Yeah, I think it's...
Yes, I am.
Right family's here. Hey, Right family. So we're getting ready to brave Walmart. We'll be listening. Tomorrow's Elizabeth's prom. Aw, we have to get the most of it done today. How fun. I can't wait to see all the pictures. I bet she's going to be beautiful.
I had to do some prom makeup last week.
Oh, yeah. Do you do that like on the side?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, wow. I know nothing about makeup.
That's true. I do all kinds of things on the side.
That's awesome, though.
That sounds kind of
that keeps you
long,
busy.
Though.
No.
Well, I was reading articles that they were like, a successful person usually has 3 to 4
side hustles,
basic or 3 to 4 business. They have different side hustles, and the streams from all of those is what helps. That, you know, basically, and then plus if something does dry up, you're not dependent on the one source.
Right.
You have those other sources of income.
Yeah.
Which is good.
I don't know. I'm just always
busy.
Yeah. And on my days off, I'm like, I guess I'll go work. I don't know. That's probably not normal thinking, but that's what I do.
Well, don't they say that's the Capricorn thing?
Yes, I'm sure. I'm quite sure that is a Capricorn trait because I don't know other people that do that except for Capricorns.
I know. Like I get up early. This is how you know I enjoy my job, is I actually get up early and get ready so that then I can go. Like I sit there at my desk waiting to punch in. What?
You say you get up early, but you have 15 alarm clocks. I still come there and wake you up.
Well,
I
getting up early.
I clock into work 15 minutes early every every single day. And if I'm on time, it bothers me. I'm only happy if I'm there early. But I also get to work like 10 minutes before that so I can decompress in my car and kind of like mentally like
get ready.
So I was taught, if you're not early, you're late.
Yes, and so I prefer to just give myself that little extra time in the morning. I might listen to a podcast or some Rage Against the Machine or something in the car, like before I go in, depending on my mood, and then give myself a little pep talk before I go in there. But I don't hate this job. But I always clock in 15 minutes early. My boss always talks about that. He's like, well, Nicole will always be here, 15 minutes. I'm never late. Like, I think that's the Capricorn trait too.
Well, when I first broke in doing construction, when I was doing schools and hospitals and stuff, we were doing cabinets. And the rule was, you roll out the tools, you roll out on your time, and you roll up on company time.
Oh.
So like at 7:30, you're actually, your tools are out and ready to rock. You're ready to go.
Yeah.
Right on time.
With me, whenever I get to work, a lot of it is I kind of have to make a strategy to be sure to make sure all orders are shopped on time.
Not OCD or nothing.
So I have to delegate work to other people that show up 15, 30 minutes later after I do. So I kind of have to like strategize and make a plan. That's why I like to get there like at least 15 minutes before the other people do, just so mentally I can like have a few seconds to myself to kind of like make that plan. And then I have to
before the questions come.
Yes, and then I have to write everything out on a board, and basically, I'm the coach, and then I have to start shopping myself. So
wow,
yeah.
Well, see, since I work from home, usually, so I've been getting up at 7. Yes, I have 15 alarms because I don't naturally wake up. If I naturally wake up, it's going to be closer to 1. But so he does help get me up in the morning, and then the first thing.
I'm sleeping.
First thing I do is usually about 45 minutes. I turn on my computer so that it's all booting up. Then I go get my coffee and my breakfast. Then I go in there and I start signing in. But I can't sign or clock into work until work starts because they only want you to work just 40 hours.
Yeah.
So like I can't work overtime. And then if I'm expected to work until 4:30, then I have to sign in at 8.
Well, I always do mine.
But
I
I'm
clock
usually
in
there
10 minutes early. My boss knows it. She adjusted.
Yeah.
So I'm making sure all my stuff is up and running because I've had so many problems. I've had to swap out my Ethernet cable 4 times in the last week.
Yeah, you have. Let's do a few comments. Betraya said, also got everything to put together a batch of keto 5 kimchi.
Wow.
That sounds awesome.
You're doing that on the coffee talk, right?
Yeah, are you doing that this Sunday?
Video or what?
Yeah. Shauna said, I'm trying to get my head to stop pounding. Nice stress headache. Oh, sorry. Well, it's her car. Hey, Hoofinit's here. Hey, Karen.
Welcome.
She goes, I hope y'all had a great day. Well, I hope you did too. We're getting so psyched because the cruise is less than 2 weeks away.
Yes. I was going to bring, and I totally forgot to bring it, my fanny pack, and I was going to ask you guys, how come you're not bringing fanny packs on the cruise?
My Dunlop won't let me.
But you need a special fanny pack like I have. I have a black leather fanny pack with silver studs and chains all over it.
How pumped are you?
Yeah.
Now, I would like to see that one.
So I'm thinking I might bring it to KetoCon.
Yeah.
So.
There you go. That'd be perfect. Carla's here. Hey, Carla, welcome back.
Well, I don't know because my stepson is probably going to have to take him up too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go detour.
Carrie said, since I'm a poor boy on carnivore, I have been just eating Sunnyside eggs. I ate 3 for breakfast, 3 for supper, and some ground meat and some sardines. That sounds perfect.
Carrie, that's kind of the same diet I kind of do. I do a lot of eggs and ground beef. That's mainly what I eat myself. I prep it all ahead of time, and I take eggs, like a couple of hard-boiled eggs with me to work. I have the eggs over the ground beef for dinner, and I make it in like a little bowl. Throw some hot sauce in there, and I'm good.
Yeah.
I buy the 36-pack of eggs at H-E-B.
I do too.
I buy it I'm kind of sad they went up to almost $6 a package now.
I saw, I went to Kroger after I went to the gym today, and their big carton of eggs
Yeah.
is now like $11-12.
Whoa.
Yeah. I used to get that same HEB. Some HEBs sell that big carton
It's the
as
60
well.
count,
The
right?
60
Oh, I
count.
haven't seen that one. I've only gotten a
Only,
36.
only a few HEBs
Okay.
have it. Currently the only one around us would be in Kingwood, I think, that
Okay.
carries it, and it's still 12. It went up. It doubled. That
Wow.
box used
Wow.
to be $6.
That's ridiculous.
And so even with my discount, it's hard. It's so
I
hard.
noticed
to
too,
have
we
that
love the
money.
Purnell's breakfast sausage,
Mhm.
and they've gone up too.
Yeah, about $8.11.
It's the eggs that hit me the hardest because I eat. I
Yeah.
eat a minimum of 3, but I can eat up to 6 or
I usually-
more eggs per day.
I usually at least 4.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, it's just hard. And when I try to tell people that at work, they don't get it. You know, they're like, oh, you eat eggs, okay? No, I eat a lot of eggs.
Right. Because they're good. You
Yes,
know, it's a
yes.
good for, and I
I
like,
actually think I'm
if-
thinking.
if
deviled
y'all
eggs for the night.
haven't, hopefully Shauna or if Renee's here, you could tag Cool Kid Keto, their channel. She just put out a really good, like, what I eat, what I do on the
Yes.
weekend.
Oh yeah.
And that had some really good examples there
Yes.
and budgets. You know,
Yes.
if you eat on a budget.
Yeah, because like in that video, I took myself on a little picnic. You know, Hans was out of town, and I was like, "What can I do today?" Well, we have a park nearby. It's called Mercer Park in Arboretum, and it's a beautiful park. And they recently expanded it, and I was like, you know, it's a really pretty day. Let me go out here and just have a little picnic with myself. I took hard-boiled eggs. I took
Wow.
I took some of the Too Good yogurt. I took a Bang. I didn't end up drinking my Bang on the picnic, but I had it and then I drank it later as I was, driving around. But that's kind of like what I eat at lunch every day at work if I do actually eat. Yeah, because it's quick and easy. As long as I have my salt and pepper, I can eat eggs, no problem.
Right.
I just prefer to have. I bring my own salt and pepper with
Yes.
me everywhere I go, though.
All right, me too. You got
Yeah.
the minis
Yeah,
from Redmond?
I do
Yeah.
have the
Taco ones?
minis, and then I like from HEB those pepper grinders.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I have
yeah.
a pepper
Fresh ground?
grinder. Yep. And so
I
I'll
love
sit there
that
and
too.
grind the pepper
Wow.
on my eggs, and I'm sure people at work are like,
No, I think
"You're
it's
so
delicious.
extra," because I usually have eggs and a couple little like a little bitty cup of bacon chips.
Mm.
And they're like,
Oh,
"Who
well,
eats eggs and bacon every day?" Well, I do.
yeah,
Why
that's
don't you?
delicious.
What is your life?
Yeah, while you guys are eating potato chips and
A guy,
snack cakes. And,
right? Well, a guy I follow on TikTok who was like, I just don't understand why people eat oatmeal. Like,
I
why
neither.
would you eat oatmeal? But
You
you
know-
can have bacon and
Yeah,
eggs
It
or
reminds
steak
me of
and
sheetrock
eggs.
paste.
Yeah.
I know. He was like, "What? Why are you eating this slop?" Like he went all into
Yeah.
it, and I was like, "Yeah, why would people eat oatmeal? Like nobody bats an eye though if we see somebody eating oatmeal every day."
I get most people are just like, why are you eating bacon and eggs? And I'm like,
Why are you not?
it's bacon. And if I was at home and I'm making breakfast, bacon and eggs would be it. So I mean, this is just a way that I'm not having to cook eggs in a microwave at work, but I mean, I can warm up, So I'll eat bacon warm or cold.
Yeah.
Yes.
I tell people bacon grease is my favorite essential oil.
Well, and my thing is, like you're eating it for energy and nutrients.
Right. Some people get it, but most people they just think I'm bizarre. But I have a lot of people that come up to me, oh my gosh, you lost so much weight. Why are you losing weight? Well, you see me eating bacon and eggs, right?
Bacon and eggs.
And they're like, oh well, that's not good for you. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Sure.
it's like that time, remember with my uncle? We were sitting there talking like this, and there's a little candy jar in the middle of the table. And he reached in 2 or 3 times getting stuff. And we were telling him how I've lost so much weight doing this. He said, I wish I could lose weight. So, me being a smart ass, I reached over, grabbed the candy jar, and moved it out of his way so he can't reach it. He goes, that's a different first step.
Oh, Strong said she's having a salted caramel Ketochow creamy for dessert.
I sent Hans on his trip with some salted caramel Ketochow and chocolate Ketochow. He
And
said,
then you seen some bricks, too.
yeah, he said that the hotel that he's staying at has like a little kitchenette, so he'll be able to make a Ketochow shake in the morning before
Nice.
he goes out on the hike.
Oh, speaking of keto brick, have you tried the new flavor? Did y'all get
We
that?
didn't get the new flavor because we ordered before the new flavor came out.
Well,
Yeah, that's what I
we'll try it
thought.
in a little while. Because to me, it's like candy.
Oh,
It really
22
is.
Q Cat said we must be special. They're sitting at the big table again.
Yeah, we're being adults today.
Right? Joe
We're not
Ray
the
said,
kid
wow,
table.
you guys are eating veggies tonight? I know.
Well, Shelly said she wanted to go old school keto, so that's what we're
I
doing.
was thinking, now I know we have the cruise coming up, so that'll change things. But I was thinking, because last week, we made the caprese chicken. I was like, why don't we get like back to basic keto? Like things that a lot of people, when you first start keto, there's like these main dishes that you have. And then for some reason, after like a year or two, you kind of forget about those recipes. Well, like we haven't had mashed potatoes in, what, 2 years? Probably 2 years. So, just trying different things, right? Carrie said they killed the cauliflower. We sure did. Shauna said, so all in all, hubby's friend said, blessing in disguise because my radiator could have gone at any time.
Oh, wow.
Oh, goodness. Just Renee. She
Oh.
goes, hey there, Horrid. Had to get my side shaved and brows waxed. Well, you're not just Renee.
Oh, I need to go get my brows threaded. Like,
Oh.
and
Yeah,
I
me
need a
too.
haircut. Like my hair
I do
is
too.
so
I'm starting to look like a
long.
hippie. I gotta get this done.
That's how I look at hippie.
Look at me. Like,
Like this is just crazy to me. Like my hair being this long right now.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I've been kind of cutting it myself, but I can't quite cut the backs.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
You
I
are
used to do a lot. I used
brave.
to shave my own. I gotta take a garbage bag, cut it open where it's a big tarp,
Yeah.
lay it down in the middle of the floor, lay down and cut it.
I had
into it.
Hans cut my hair. I don't know. It was a few months ago, and I think he gave him like super anxiety.
That's what's hurt the first time I asked
Because
her to cut it.
I told him, I was like, you're not gonna mess it up or anything like that. Like, I'm not saying I want the high and tight like army cut or anything like that, but like, you're not gonna mess it up or whatever. But like, he was just trying to be such a perfectionist with it that I think it was giving him a lot of anxiety or whatever.
Well, yeah.
And then I'm like, don't worry, like if you mess it up, it's gonna grow.
That's what I say.
By next week, you're not gonna be able to tell. I'm so
The difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut? 2 weeks.
yeah, I am so just laid back. I chop on my own hair. I do all that stuff myself,
Wow.
but I can't thread my own eyebrows, so I do need to go get that done.
Well, like the very first time I asked her to cut my hair, she was freaking out. I was like, you can't mess it up. As long as you don't miss a spot, you're
Yeah,
good. Because I
as
want
long-
mine completely
yeah.
gone.
As long as he doesn't literally shave to the scalp and I have, a big missing chunk or something, I would have been totally. I mean, that's what guards are for. So
Yeah. Oh, I do mine without it. I have her not even use the guard.
yeah.
Yeah, but it
You
was
get everything, but-
stressful the first time. I was like,
I
who
mean,
is this guy asking me to
Yeah.
shave his head? Sarah said, I haven't eaten all day, so I decided to do a full day fast. Oh, there you go. It just works out that way, right? Ready, set, keto said,
Hey.
good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Howdy,
Welcome
howdy, howdy.
back. Let's see. Everybody going back and forth. Oh, Two Fix MJ's here. Hey, said hi, Friday night friends. Hubby at the beach and the neighbors invited him for dinner.
Oh, wow.
It's so good to share a meal with friends. That
Right.
is. What are y'all having? Jen Ray said, love that you're roasting the cauliflower first. So good. Yeah, because to me, when you roast the cauliflower, thing with cauliflower, I would say cauliflower and a lot of the veggies we eat, when you're keto, the low carb veggies, a lot of them are pretty bland.
Yep.
So you have to find ways to instill flavor. So
Jazz
one
them up.
way,
The jazz mode.
to jazz them up, right? The one way with the cauliflower is roasting it. The roasting will have that natural sweetness come out more in the cauliflower. It'll kind of give a slight smokiness. And then the garlic, of course, roasted garlic's amazing in that. And that'll all come together. And then, of course, we're going to add some butter, heavy cream, and probably a little sour cream as well, because I
Oh,
like
okay.
it really creamy. So yeah, we should be good there. And let's see. Reichman said, "Don't be shy, Heath."
Oh, okay.
Jamie said, "Yep, must project. I was always pretty good at that."
All right.
Right?
You're the one in class being told to sit down and hush.
Right? 26MJ said, "My mom took a nap every day and we were supposed to keep our voices low. She would always scold at me and say, 'Mary Jo, your voice carries.'"
Uh-huh.
Yeah, growing up, my father was a night shift worker. And so thankfully, my best friend lived down the street. So I got to spend like every day just at her house, which she has a pool, pool. They had a hot tub.
Nice.
And then they eventually built on a second floor, which was just a whole entertainment. Like they had a jukebox up there, and then they had like the different games. What are the ones where you pull and you, the little people?
Pinball. Foosball.
Foosball,
yeah.
yes. So they had different things like that. So I always had, I was always able to spend time there. And then her parents were all about kids should just be total kids. Like she was like, "Look, if you want to scream and yell, do it." And then if it rained, she was the one that was like, "It's raining. Y'all need to go run out and play in the rain." And she was just like, "Go do it. No, you need to do it." And I was like, "But then I'll have to go home and change." She goes, "Nah, I got some clothes you could wear and I'll just throw the clothes in the dryer." And she's like, "Y'all have fun out there." Like, she was like so cool. So thankfully I had her. So that really helped in the childhood. But yeah, if we were home, I could tell stories. But anyhow.
Turn the therapy session.
Right, we don't need that. Shauna said, "Oh, my bag of peanut butter Ketochow got here today. Awesome! Who all has had the new flavors of Ketochow? Did you get any?
I didn't try any yet. No, but peanut butter does sound awesome.
It does sound really good.
Because I already like the peanut butter chocolate, so.
Yeah.
That is a
Oh,
good
sorry.
one.
Sorry.
I used to
Sorry,
love
I
peanut
forgot.
butter. I used to love peanut butter, but now I'm scared to try it.
Right. Let's see. Hoovenet said, "Warden, your hair looks cute pulled back. Lights up your pretty face."
I told
Aw,
you.
you're so sweet. Charlene said, "I hope it's okay to ask. I don't know your special guest." Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. We should introduce better.
Yeah.
This is Nicole.
Yes. Hello.
And she's got a channel.
Yeah, our channel is called Cool Kid Keto. So usually it's me and Hans. Sometimes it's just me. Sometimes it's just Hans. But he's currently out of town doing a veterans hike, which will be tomorrow. I think he'll film that for the channel. He filmed a video bright and early at 4 o'clock this morning.
You wake you up to help?
No, I woke him up.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But I usually wake up at
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning.
That's your usual shift.
That's normal for me.
Yeah.
So actually, you guys are going to be keeping me up way past my
I know.
bedtime.
Sorry.
That's why I had a bang
Yeah.
this time of night. But yeah. So our channel is Cool Kid Keto. Check us out. It's me and Hans and 3 dogs.
And today's video was about, I really like it, if anybody's into coffee, and they actually got a code,
Yep,
which is really cool.
They sent Hans an affiliate link, and you can save 10% if you order the coffee. That there's the one that we had is called Dark Humor, and that is the Irreverent Warriors. It's a veteran-owned coffee company, by the way, and they support veterans. And with donations, if you order that particular coffee, I believe it's a $2 donation to the Irreverent Warriors company. And if you use the code COOLKID, you'll get 10% off on your purchase.
So definitely go get you some. Go watch your video. Go follow the link.
Where's your phone? Where are you hiding it?
Right here. A telemarketer. These telemarketers. But definitely go do that. The one that the Dark Humor.
Yeah. It was really good. I was surprised it was so just real smooth. Because I'm used to, kind of when you get a new coffee, you're automatically expecting it's going to be kind of bitter or kind of you're just. It was not like that at all. It was very smooth. I put a tiny splash of heavy whipping cream in mine. Hans drank his just black, and I mean it was great.
It sounds good. I used to think I was a medium roast coffee person, but lately Shauna got me on Boca Java, and I got their double dark roast, and oh my gosh, it is freaking delicious. Like I'm like, maybe I am a dark roast person.
I think I like all different types of coffee.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking to myself, maybe it would be really good mixed with some Ketochow or something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. I bet it would be
The
really
caramel
good.
macchiato.
Something like that. Yes.
Yes. Shauna said I was supposed to get pics of my niece before her prom tonight, but don't card things. Thankfully, her sister will take them. Aww.
Sorry.
I know you hate missing that. Joe Ray said, I'm so behind on posting videos. I'll be posting a new meal prep video tomorrow. Awesome. Yeah, definitely link Joe Ray's channel as well, please. Jerry said, my alarm clock is 5 feet from my bed, so I have to get up to turn it off. Rarely can I hit off and roll back over.
Right.
I can. I am trained highly at sleeping. I can get up, turn the alarm clock off, go use the restroom, let the dogs out, crawl right back in bed, and go back to sleep.
For another 12 hours.
I'm the weirdo that wakes up before the alarm. That's me. And then I let the dogs usually go, outside with me, and then they crawl back in bed with Hans, and they get to sleep a little bit longer as I'm getting up and ready to go to work at 3:30 in the morning.
That's he always wakes up. Even like because you were starting to just wake up when my alarm goes off, but like this morning you're already up doing stuff, and then I heard my alarm go off, and I'm like, well, where's Heath? And I'm like, well, let me mute this alarm clock until I hear it come in there and say, it's 7.
I see Hans just joined the chat, but he joined from the Cool Kid Keto.
Oh,
awesome.
that's cool.
I was like, what am I typing?
You're doing it remotely.
Yeah.
TFXMJ said, my dad was a Capricorn and was a workaholic and owned his own business. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a problem some of us Capricorns have. We do work a lot.
Yeah, well, when I worked at the corporate job, I would oftentimes work 60 plus hours. Anytime they would let me work overtime, I was always there to work it. And I always got to work like 20, 30 minutes early just because I never knew how traffic would be. So I was like, oh. So I'll definitely, now the last job I had, that should be the cauliflower. The last job,
Bring it here so you
it
can
was
look at
just
it.
so stressful that I was like, okay, I'm done. But I did work overtime when they would offer it.
Come on.
I have a friend who I ended up working with his catering company here and there or whatever, and sometimes we do jobs where we're feeding just a few hundred people, and sometimes we do jobs where we're feeding like thousands of people. So
Oh, wow.
it's a lot, and I just do that sporadically. Usually they just tell me, hey, we've got a big job coming up, and are you off that day? And if I'm off that day, I usually go work for them. And it's a lot of work. I mean, to even feed a couple hundred people, it's a lot of work. But to feed thousands of people, it's a lot of work. But
I will.
They have it down to a T, really, on what we all have to do, because they cook the site and we're serving the food then and there. But yeah, I do that maybe, I don't know, a couple times a month, and then I do shift. I do my regular 9 to 5. Like I just do stuff all over. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, watch your face. I hope it's good. Oh, okay, good.
You get to play with this because I gotta remember the little boys.
Oh, okay. Oh, it looks like it's done.
And it smells really good.
Yeah, that's tender. Yeah, it smells good. Look at the garlic. Oh my gosh.
You guys need smell-o-vision.
I know. Don't it twist? That's awesome. It looks good.
Was it what's his name? Willy Wonka supposed to invent that, like smell-o-vision for us?
Right? You should have. Hey, Pam's here. Welcome back, Pam.
Welcome, Pam. Maybe we can get Elon Musk to do that one.
After he's done with Twitter.
When he's done with Twitter, can you get to work on smell-o-vision?
I know. Come on, Elon. Karen said, "Oh yeah, I almost forgot to give a thumbs up."
Yep, give us a thumbs up.
Yeah. Angie's here. She says, hello all. Hope you enjoyed your day today. I had an awesome day and it just keeps getting better, right? You had today off, so
To me, just being off today and tomorrow, that's awesome in itself because I rarely get the 2 days off together. But yeah, I had a pretty nice. I did go to the gym, spend some time with the doggos at home. They were being so goofy. Like right before I got ready to come over to Heath and Shelly's, they were like, "Let's take a nap." I'm like, "Since when do you take naps at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon?" So hopefully they'll sleep well tonight. They're going to be missing Hans. I know Moxie will be missed tonight.
aww, poor baby. Haley said, I hope you guys get some good footage while you're on a cruise. I've never been on a cruise, and I don't get to go this time either. Aw, maybe next year. But I want to see what it's like for everyone else. Yeah, we plan to do daily vlogs for the cruise. So we plan to film every single day and try to put out a video every day. Granted that we have everything set up. Heath, do you mind turning on?
I don't mind worth it down.
We know that. Turning on the skillet and pulling the steaks out of the sous vide so we get those start grilling them.
And then we need to add this. Excuse me, to the
Yeah, but I want to get the steaks done first.
Okay.
Carrie said, HEB, I have to go. I have regular eggs at 36 count for $6.40 and eat 6 eggs a day.
You want to use this one?
No, the one with the lid. So he's just going to take the steaks out of the sous vide, and then he's going to start grilling them up, right?
Like 5?
Yeah. Carrie said, Too Crazy Keto said that if you eat eggs, you are eating perfect food that can make chicken liver. Right. I agree. Eggs is the perfect food because it's got your fat and it's got your protein. It's just like the most excellent. And I could tell you with Heath, I definitely tell a difference when he does not eat eggs. He does have issues with his MS. So it definitely is beneficial for him to continue to have those eggs every single day. Blue Dove said, I was out with the kids most of the day, was planning to make salmon patties, aka fish cookies, but was too hungry when I got home, so pan-fried some hamburgers instead. Hey, meat cookies.
Yeah.
I'm always open to meat cookies.
Yep.
He got some on sale at HEB today.
Oh, okay.
The package.
Yeah.
So that's what we're having next week. I do enjoy my hamburgers. 2FixMJ said I had eggs and bacon for dinner. Wow. The chaffles for dessert. That was 5 eggs total. That's awesome. That sounds great.
The pan's getting hot.
Okay. Sharon said, I'm packing boiled eggs and bacon for my flight to California. Oh, when do you leave,
Careful,
Sharon?
people look at you funny.
Right? Carrie said, I asked for cauliflower and she laughed so hard. The fret. Oh, goodness. Reichman said, I was trying out Nilly's 8 wraps. It took a couple tries to get the time and heat right. I have 4 good ones and I ate the failures. See, it's all edible, right?
Food is still good food.
That's right. Jamie said, did you guys see the nonsense Dr. B tweeted about Tropicanas making cereal to pour orange juice? Yes, I saw. I didn't see.
Wait, what?
I didn't see his information. What I saw was in the news article. So Tropicana is making orange juice for certain cereals.
What?
So instead of using milk, you'll put orange juice instead. I mean,
Another useless thing.
I haven't had and probably won't be eating cereal anytime soon, but orange juice in cereal just does not
Sounds like drunk food.
appealing.
right. It sounds like bachelor food. Well, I'm out of milk, but I've got orange juice and cereal.
Yeah.
What's that Anthrax song? I'm out of milk. Oh, well, I'll have wheat thins and beer.
Good news, Keto's here. Hey. Said hello, beautiful peeps. Lena from Mississippi is back in the house. Welcome back. Shauna said, In the front parking lot of the shop I was at, there was a taco truck. Asked the cook, he made me 2 carnitas keto with the cheese shell tacos.
Oh, nice.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, that's great.
That's really cool.
And she said, I'm going to make keto chow for dinner, but I think I'm going to do combo the peanut butter and salted caramel pudding. Oh, that sounds really good. Jamie said, my new keto chow flavors are on the way. Woohoo! Nice. Are you taking it on the trips that you're driving in? Is that what you're going to have?
Yeah, we're driving from Texas to Orlando to go on the cruise.
Yeah. Oh, good. TFixMJ said you'll check out your channel, Nicole.
Okay.
Wow. Carrie's on 91 days without coffee.
Oh, wow.
Matrey said, I agree. I love cheese shell tacos, right? They're great.
Homemade or just folios?
Oh, well, it's so easy to do the homemade.
Yeah, I've tried those folios. Is that what they're called? They're just okay. They're nothing special.
It's high price for just cheese.
Yeah. I like the egg life wraps though.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
We've been finding them too. I wasn't only getting them at Sprouts.
Yeah.
We found them at Aldi. They're almost $1 cheaper a package.
They're expensive at Kroger. They're like,
I haven't even seen them at Kroger.
Yeah, the little Kroger by my house has them, and they're like over $5 for a pack.
Yeah, Sprouts are about $6 a package.
But Aldi is a little cheaper when you can get them there. When I made those shrimp tacos last week, oh my gosh, they were so good. But the egg life wraps, they're expensive, but they're kind of worth it. Like, you know,
yes.
Like
I was making my own.
I can justify that, but those folios, I'd rather try to make my own.
Right.
I was making my own pork rind tacos. But once I found the folios, I was like, wow.
No, the egg life.
The egg life, yeah. Once I found the egg life, I was like, wow.
Shauna said, just what I needed, actually, that keto taco. So yummy, and was just after by bad news.
Right.
Aww. Well, just think, less than 2 weeks, Shauna, and you'll be with us. Brian said, Karen and I both had them separate and mixed together. The peanut butter kind of overpowered the grape when we had them mixed at KCL, in my opinion. I need to mix some with butter to see how it goes. Oh, okay. That's good to have. No. Oh, there's cool kid I see said, hey, friends. Hey, Hans. Reichman said, with jet fuel, you can fly across the country in record time, right? Oh, Sabrina's here.
Hey.
Welcome back, Sabrina. She says, hi, all. I'm late getting on. We're on different time zone in Alabama, and I'm not sure who is on at what time, right? You got to adjust everything.
An hour ahead of us?
I think Alabama is still our same time, right?
I think it's similar to Florida. I think
Yeah,
Florida's an hour ahead.
They're in the same.
Yeah.
I don't know where it ends. Brian said, oh my gosh, Karen will sometimes make us crisped up shredded cheese in the cast iron to make chicken quesadillas. Those are flat out one of my serious faves. That sounds good.
We used to really big into making skillet pizzas too.
You know, the other day I took the cheese and I took a beef hot dog and I made like a cheese wrapped hot dog in the skillet.
Yes.
And it was
good.
like crunchy and I could just kind of I don't know why, but that was so good.
Jerry says, yes, these are tender, but are they moist?
Not yet.
Jessica's here. Hey, Jessica. She goes, hey, y'all.
Hey, yo.
Susan said, everyone have a good evening. It was a long short week, right? Oh, hey. Good night, Susan. Have a good one.
Good night.
Cool Kid Keto said, Hans wanted me to let everyone know he's having connection issues and is getting kicked out. Aww.
These behaviors, you get time back up.
Jerry said, OJ and Siri. What it was is he got a hold of a phone and she had to go take that away. OJ and cereal. That's just one step from Brondo. It's got electrolytes. It's what plants crave. Oh, right? That's true. Oh, thank you, Shauna, for sharing.
Do we still need the oven on?
Okay, you want me.
The skillet's on. That's what it is.
Yeah. Are you going to do it or do you want me to do it? I'm going to do it? Okay. Well, then you or if Nicole wants to take over comments.
I have the tripod.
Well, then I gotta fix everything. While I'm doing that, I'm going to start stuffing the jalapenos and
on it, boss.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, make yourself useful.
Let me see if I can remember how to do it though.
Right?
How do you tell Shelly where's the last comment that you saw?
I just caught up. So it was already caught up to the last comment.
I had my trash truck, but I don't know where it went.
There's a cup in here.
Red one? There. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, guys. So I am, as Shauna says, I'm on my own now. So so I will attempt to take over these comments. I may not be as good as Shelly. I'm not used to this program, so let's see. The last thing I saw says, "Cookie Keto, you're on your own." Redmond said, "I live in Georgia. The summer house is my mother's house. It's in the mountains of North Carolina. My aunt and uncle still live in the area." Caboodle Bryce said, "This is the most recent comment. Thank you."
That's awesome.
Now this one is.
Brian told her this is the most recent comment.
Here is the new comment.
That's amazing.
SD Wong said, "Rickland, that's awesome. North Carolina is beautiful, but I've only been once." People are laughing about Caboodle Bryce saying that this is the most recent comment. Shauna says, "Start
He's our court jester.
Start wherever you want. It's your Friday night now." Yeah. Right. So if anybody has any questions for me, or if you guys
taking over, it's the Nicole show.
As Heath just said, it's the Nicole show. I don't know exactly what to talk about. I am a bit jealous. You guys have the cruise coming up in like 2 weeks.
I'll put you in my my carry-on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good luck. I'm a bit tall for a piece of luggage, but yeah. So we're gonna attempt to go. Well, I think we are gonna go. I shouldn't say attempt. We are gonna go to the next year's 2023 low carb cruise, leaving out of Galveston. So if we don't meet you at KetoCon this year, hopefully we'll meet you next year at on the cruise. Let's see. Caboodle Bryce says he projects as much in person in his house as it seems he does in the video. Yeah, he is. He's
boisterous.
Yes, exactly.
Exuberant.
So let's see. Rickman said, "I have lived all over the southeast at Estimong, settled in Georgia for work, retired here now so I can travel back and forth. North Carolina has my heart, but too expensive to move." I don't have much experience with Georgia or the Carolinas, but I think from what I've heard, they are both beautiful.
Yes.
So yeah, who here is going on the cruise, and do you guys have anything special planned when you get on the cruise?
A lot of us are going to Universal before.
Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, I'd love to ride some roller coasters right now.
I want to.
So
I miss Astroworld.
Me too. So here in Houston, we used to have a place called Astroworld.
It was owned by Six Flags.
Yes, and it closed down years ago. When I was a kid, I remember one summer I had a season pass. And I went several times.
Isn't it amazing now when you drive by there? Because when we were kids, we thought that place was so huge.
Yes.
Now you drive by, you're like, how'd that all fit there?
Honestly, when I was a kid, I felt like I could never even ride every ride in the day.
You didn't have enough time.
Yeah, there wasn't enough time. It felt like, oh my gosh, I'm walking forever, but Astroworld was definitely the place to be if you lived in the Houston area.
And my dad's company always took us there for the company picnic once a year, so that was really fun.
Yeah, I used to have, you guys would probably laugh about this. way back in like the late, it was either the late 80s or early 90s, the Astroworld used to have concerts.
Uh-huh.
I saw The Cure at Astroworld. So it was kind of a weird concert, but I saw The Cure out there.
I mean, what is it around the Halloween? They had Fright Night.
Yeah, we would have Fright Night. It was a lot of fun.
And then isn't Astroworld still open? Remember, it was right next door. Not Astroworld, Waterworld.
I don't know if it's still open. They opened that thing out here in spring. What is the name of that? But it's another water. There is a water park not too far from here.
And I keep hearing rumors there's supposed to be a new theme park, Astroworld, opening up north of Conroe. But I've been hearing that
Margaritaville?
No, maybe, but I don't know exactly what it's called.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been hearing that rumor for at least 10 years.
But you know what? I have never been to Universal.
Wow. We went to the one in California
Mm-hmm.
a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And that was pre-keto.
yeah. You know, I don't remember eating very much whenever I would go to Astroworld or those any type of theme park or whatever. I don't know. I just remember needing water all day because here in Houston it's so hot.
I remember having funnel cakes.
Yeah, funnel cakes, things like that.
Almost any amusement park was like that.
Yeah.
Especially like at the rodeo.
Let's see. Radical Geek said, "You're fine. Also, though, I need to make my museum drink."
Oh.
Let's see. Caboodle Bry said, "Karen and I are going on the cruise."
Yes.
I conned Karen into it. I think you and Karen are going to have a great time.
Yes.
So that's awesome. You'll be with Heath and Shelly, and I'm sure, several others from the chat.
The only thing I'm really concerned about, or kind of, it's probably just first world problems kind of thing, is the last couple of cruises we went on when we were keto, the pizza house on board was able to make us a crustless pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this place is going to do it for us or not. I'm going to at least ask.
I mean,
we were trained so good that we went every day for lunch and they had it waiting for us.
So like a pizza bowl or something like that?
No, they would take a giant platter. They went and got one special from the galley and put all of it over. So it was like basically a skillet pizza, but they lined up the plate and put it in the pizza oven. And they served it to us like that and just told us to be careful because the plate was hot.
Yeah. I feel like I've only been really on one cruise, but they were so accommodating to everything that you ever requested that I feel like they'll probably do it. If not, I feel like there's going to be plenty of other things to eat.
What I really like about it, they do too, whenever you tell them you have dietary issues, they come around, your head waiter comes around every night and brings you the following night's menu.
So you'll
know what to pick.
Yeah, that's great. That's
really awesome.
That is great. Let's see. Ricklin and I have an aunt in California. Her daughter and grandkids and great grandkids moved to Idaho last year. I want to travel there and out there and see them. Again, I haven't been to Idaho either. Ricklin, I want to go to the cruise next year. So you should definitely try. So many of us, I know a lot of people are based out of Florida, but so many of us are based here out of Texas, and the cruise for next year is leaving out of Galveston.
So speaking of cruises, we found out the other day, our favorite cruise line is Princess.
Mm-hmm.
They used to sail out of the Houston Ship Channel.
Okay.
But now Shelly found out they're fixing to start selling out at Galveston. And
okay.
I think not either this year or next year, I think.
Okay.
I mean, next year, or 24.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Sabrina's asking, Ricklin, is your place close to the Cherokee National Forest?
Now, the only problem with that, though, is we only get a week of vacation. So if we're going to do the low-carb cruise every year, I don't know how many more cruises we can fit in.
Yeah, it's tough because, for myself, that's pretty much going to take up the majority of my vacation time as well. And, we've got other things that we have to do, too. So,
well, like they say, though, work is just for people who don't have hobbies.
Okay.
For what reason I can't put this in?
Two Fix MJ said, I went to Six Flags when I was 5 years old, and the only thing I remember it was so clean because they had a trash can every 20 feet.
What still kind of bothered me, because Six Flags was named after the Six Flags over Texas. But I got buddies and everything that grew up in Georgia, and they had a Six Flags. I'm like, that didn't make any sense. Why do y'all have a Six Flags?
Yeah.
That's a Texas thing, son.
So I don't particularly remember Astroworld being clean.
No. Well, it's Houston.
Yeah. Houston in itself is not really a clean city.
No. Well, that's why we call it the Bayou City.
Unfortunately, we have a lot of pollution, I feel like,
Yes.
here, especially if you're, more towards the southeast parts of Houston, where the chemical plants and things like that tend to be.
What do they call it? Stinkadina?
Yeah, Stinkadina. But, which I grew up on that side of town. Yeah. I'm pretty used to it.
Me too, because I actually grew up in Deer Park.
Yeah. I grew up in high school. I played on the golf team.
Okay.
And we had our golf course that we played on every day was literally right next to Lyndale chemical plant.
Oh, wow.
So I played golf daily right next to a chemical plant. So I'm pretty used to, being in the midst of that. But if you're new here, you probably think like, what's that smell?
Where's that one neighborhood down there near Pearland where they're building it out, and they had some kind of chemical spill or something there, and they had to vacate the whole neighborhood and stop building. I can't remember what it's called. You know what I'm talking about?
I've heard it. I remember that. I would totally believe it. I even remember when I was a child, when the Phillips plant blew up. And my dad worked there at that time. Your stuff. So
I'm just now starting on the shrooms.
That's just
because it took me a minute to
part
get
of
everything booked.
part of the oil and gas industry here in Houston.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sabrina said my parents had a cabin there up in the mountains from Tellico Plains, Tennessee. We made some beautiful family memories, but had to sell it when my dad got sick in 2006.
Sorry.
Lisa said, Rickman, I'm looking at next year's cruise too. Everybody, come on, let's do that cruise. You guys have fun this year, but for sure, I want you to come next year.
We've already been talking about it. We want to do a meetup before the cruise next year.
Let's see. The last time I went on a cruise was in 1997. It was part of a group who followed the TV show The Highlander. The actors joined us on the cruise.
That's cool.
Let's see. Purple Lady said, I have never been on a cruise. I've been on one, and I'm a person who gets seasick.
Oh, no.
But I never got, well, actually, I should say this. I get land sick.
Oh, yeah? Motion sickness?
Yes.
My cousin does that. If on a road trip too long, in the car, she'll get sick.
So I get sick sometimes in the car, but so the cruise that I went on, I didn't get sick when we went into the ports. I didn't get sick until we came back home. And then I dealt with feeling like I was just swaying back and forth and everything for about 2 days, actually. I would be in my bed trying to sleep and everything. But I didn't have any other problems, like as far as like when we get off and go into port and check things out and everything. But there's something for everybody on a cruise. Yes. You can find any kind of food you want, entertainment. Yes. If you just want to chill out by the pool, there's a little bit of something for everybody. And when you go on the port, if you want to do an excursion, if you want to do some shopping, I mean, there's literally something for everybody. And I think that it would only be better when you're with, like-minded, friendly people, like us. So you'll be out there with your fellow low-carb, keto.
You want 3 or 4 onion. I'm sorry.
3 mushrooms.
This one's saying mushrooms. What's wrong with me?
Let's see. Carrie said, I hooked up another computer, and I have 2 dueling computers, and I took the 40-inch TV and used it as a monitor.
Nice.
So
that's what I did when I used to.
Are you watching us on 2 monitors?
What is it?
Carrie said they hooked up another computer and had 2 dueling computers and hooked up the 40-inch TV and used it. Oh, the TV is a monitor. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's what we usually do.
Yeah, it's in the living room. That's what it is.
Rickman asked, "Are you listening in stereo, Carrie?" Caboodle Bryce said, "The last time I went to a Six Flags, I got to watch Weird Al Yankovic concert. That was a feast.
Wow.
I would love that. Honestly,
That would be amazing.
I
Carrie
heard he does a really good concert. He does a lot of costume changes.
Yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun.
lost my
I can't
cow.
say that I necessarily know all of the songs. I can only really think back to like I'm Bad.
My favorite is Work Crimes.
I love Work Crimes.
So, but I think it would be so much fun. Let's see. Carrie said that computer needs a speaker. The Windows computer has a 32-inch, and that one has a speaker. Blue Dove said, "I cried when they shut down the Astroworld, even though I haven't lived down there for decades now."
I know.
I didn't cry, but it was kind of emotional, and it would be kind of emotional when you go like to the rodeo and you still see everything like right there. You're like, why can't I just go?
Well, now
over?
remember that whole area is used just for concerts.
Yes.
And that what they call it, Bayou Park or whatever.
Yeah, it's different, but
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we
Nostalgic.
definitely have childhood
I'm gonna
memories.
have to rewrap this.
Let's see. Shauna said, "Okay, just made a
Right,
Ketochow
yeah.
pudding
Yeah.
S peanut butter
Okay,
salted
yeah, I was gonna
caramel
say that.
shake. Yum. That sounds really good. Peanut butter and salted caramel. Those two flavors
all of
do
those
sound good."
into the
Carrie said, I went to Six Flags when I was a kid in Texas. Then I went to that my senior year. We had a trip there and rode lots of roller coasters. My dad introduced me to roller coasters, and they're a favorite. One of my favorites at Astroworld was one called, I think it was the Cyclone.
Yeah.
It was a wooden roller coaster. So as you're going, I think it was the noise because it would just build up like an anticipation in your mind, you know, like, is this thing going to fall apart like as we're going up?
I like the Grease Lightning.
Yeah, I
That was
remember
good.
Grease Lightning, and I remember some of the
And
ones.
the bamboo shoot.
Mhm. Yeah, I remember some of the ones. I think it was. Is there a Six Flags in Dallas?
I think so.
Yeah, there is. And they have a Mr. Freeze ride and stuff like that. I don't remember, but like some of these rides, like they jerk you all around. What was the one? Was that Grease Lightning where it would just drop you down? Like you would be up there and it just dropped.
And you did a loop.
Yeah.
And it came back.
That was fun.
I really liked the Texas Cyclone too.
Yeah,
That was
the Texas Cyclone was the wooden one.
Yes.
And as you were going up, you would hear it, and yep, and you're like, is this thing just gonna fall apart? Let's see.
All of it at once, right?
Yeah. Let's see.
So
Sharon
now-
said, "Thanks for the idea, air frying auntie. Now my tuned up. Oh, to whip up some Ketochow. Okay. Carrie said, I like roller coasters too. Oh, I'm sorry. Two Fix and J said, at Carrie, I like roller coasters too. Yeah.
That's what I'm really looking forward to because I got so big I couldn't fit in them anymore. The only thing I'm worried about now is I'm still too tall.
I'm not as tall as Heath. I'm only like 5'9", but yeah, my knees would always hit like it's kind of like riding on in an airplane seat.
Yeah.
Like, there's just never enough room.
Right? That's what I'm concerned about. We fly coach to Orlando, and it's been a while since I've flown coach, so I don't know how tight that's going to be.
Yeah, it's never fun.
I remember there was one year we went, and it was like there was a height requirement before you could ride it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And my my had her hair done up in a bun on top of her head,
Yeah.
and they counted her as being too tall because of that.
I remember
She
because
was
there was a
upset.
bit of a height requirement, and I was little, and even as a little girl, like 5 years old, I wanted to ride the big roller coasters. So my dad fudged to him and it said, just stand on your tippy toes when he comes over to see how tall you are. And I got to ride the Texas Cyclone because of that. Yeah. Okay. So I just added 3 tablespoons of butter and
Garlic.
and then
Ooh,
all
that one didn't want to get peeled, did it?
No. Well, no, it's toasted up.
Okay.
yeah, the garlic and the
Heavy cream.
you're gonna bring it, but we're gonna
Add it in a minute.
So let me put this
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so it's gonna be loud for just a second, y'all. So I'm just gonna pulse this because I want it to get kind of creamy, right? Or, together.
Oh! You okay?
He's fine.
I'm not dramatic.
No, it's not dramatic at all.
I'm automatic dramatic.
So this heavy cream, have you ever bought this from
I
Sprouts?
haven't bought that one.
It's the cleanest one we've been able to find.
Yeah, but it's from a farm. The only thing is the fat will float to the top,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's a little hard to pour. Yeah, because it wants to be. I'll just try to get through that. Thank you for reading it.
Let's see. Angie said, I have never been on a cruise either, so I do not know much about it. When you talk about a keto cruise, does that mean everyone on the cruise is keto?
No. So in fact, they released a thing today because she's like, no carb police, because even some of the people who are joining, like on the cruise, like their spouse might not be keto.
Very, very true.
Yeah, and then we're just a small subsection. So actually, she said this ship holds up to like 6,000 people. Only like 200 of us, roughly 200 of us, are technically the low carb part. So that's not even 10%.
Yeah, it's a small percentage.
Yeah, it's like 3 to 4% are actually keto. So no, it's not the whole cruise. There's going to be regular food, carbs, all that stuff will still be there. It's just our group, and the benefit of doing it with the low carb, it's like going to a keto convention, but it's 7 days long. So on the sea days, you're going to go to a convention room on the ship and get to hear different speakers all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And then get to spend time with everybody, right? That's my favorite thing.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest part. You're actually going to come together with, the keto community, the other people that are there on the cruise from the community, and it's great.
I'm just going to kind of add in.
I love the way she just eyeballs it too.
Well, I'm doing
That's a real chef.
I'm not a real chef.
I would never follow recipes.
Right.
Like
2 to 3 tablespoons of the
That's the
heavy
guideline.
Unless maybe you're baking.
Yeah.
Right. Then you have to. Yeah.
Even then, she still fudges.
Right.
She's like, I know what I'm doing. You're not the boss of me.
Right. Okay. So I've got there's this patch of cream, like really cream thick at the very top.
And then when I went to Sprouts earlier, got all the stuff, I noticed I forgot that, so I had to go back.
Yeah.
Because all the ones that HEB and Kroger and everything have stuff in them we don't really like. This is the cleanest one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no carotene in it. Okay. So that's probably about 3 tablespoons.
I didn't look at all these. See. So I would probably have a 4, huh?
It's probably about the same as the one from HEB.
Right.
Right. Then I'm just going to add some sour cream.
Should put some of that
Open
goat
the
cheese.
lid.
This?
Yeah.
Should put some goat cheese in it too.
Again, probably about 2 to 3 tablespoons, just however creamy you want it. And then that's good. You can put it back on.
And then we can use this as a serving spoon.
Yeah.
So
And then
Lisa said that Weird Al will be in Austin on
Oh.
October 2nd, and we should come.
Okay.
wow. Oh, October 2nd, I
She
think
might
it's KPL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna be there for my birthday party.
Oh, that's a shame.
Shauna said, Angie, know that a big group will be. Oh, she's talking about the speakers. So yeah, that's what Shelly was talking about.
We're missing Fozzie tonight. They're playing in Houston. Here in Houston.
Okay. What do you think of that?
Looks good.
How's that look?
Looks amazing.
Yeah, no, that looks good. Looks like some mashed potatoes, honestly.
Here, let me
You
get
gonna walk it
closer.
over?
Yeah, if you want to walk it over closer, and then we could put this up.
Are they seeing anything? Because I got a blank.
Not really.
I got a blank screen over here.
No, they can see, but you couldn't really see.
Well, what I'm saying is usually when I come over here, I can see.
It's because your phone timed out is why.
That's dumb. I don't want to hit anything and start us over.
No, they can see us.
Up high, babe. High.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Looks like spackle.
Oh, that doesn't sound appetizing.
But that's the same thing I was
Okay.
thinking whenever they were the oatmeal.
All right, and then I've got the plates ready. You want to? We'll leave that there.
Where it starts from here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
So, just Renee said, has anyone attended the tour immersion exhibit? It's coming to Corpus and was recently in Houston. I want to go. Hans really wanted to go to that too, and we did not make it. We did go to the art museum in Houston, but we did not go to the Van Gogh immersion exhibit. So I'm not sure how it is. I don't know anybody that personally went to it. Let's see.
I thought it was on the table.
There you go.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Let's
All
see.
right.
No, literally, you're not know what happened to it. Of course, we'll go off the air and then we'll show up.
You don't see it on the table?
No, I do not.
Let's see. Purple Lady Texas said, "Gonna go, folks. Migraine is coming back. Take care, and everyone have a great weekend. I hope you feel better, and you have a great weekend too."
Yes? No, I don't.
Melinda McFarland says, "Hi, everyone. Just peeking in for a moment.
What
Gotta
do you
feed
do?
the kids soon." Well, welcome, Melinda. Thanks for joining us tonight. Haley said, "You guys should do a cooking challenge like Chopped. You make one dish, Heath make one dish, and bring someone in to judge it."
That's an idea.
You know what? You should. Is it Chopped the one where you get the limited ingredients?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
That
You
would
have
be.
to get very creative.
Yeah, it would be. We'll be somewhere.
Sabrina Cable says, "Going to hop off and do some more vacationing with my hubby. Have a great weekend." You guys have a great weekend too, Sabrina.
Bye, Sabrina.
Her koozie just disappeared.
Blue Dove said, "The Sky Screamer is the one that dropped you."
Oh,
Yes,
yeah. It was just a
yes,
straight
yep.
drop. Yeah, that's right.
I liked that one a lot.
That is annoying, but it is.
Sharon Holloway said, "Caramel macchiato, it's hitting the spot." That sounds really good. Shauna said, "I see nothing." Oh, there it's paste. It doesn't look like paste. Rick Wynn said, "Looks good."
Thank you.
Shauna said, "Ruh-roh." Yeah, I clicked out of the chat for a second. Sorry, guys. Rick Wynn said, "Oops." Miss Renee said, "Nice. Thanks." Sharon, they haven't released prices yet, so still wondering.
For what? The prices for a cruise?
You know, I don't know what they're referring to.
If it's about the cruise, basically it just depends if you're going to do an inside cabin all the way up to a suite. But most of the inside cabins, I think it starts out probably about $700 to $800 per person.
Just Renee said, "I sure hope not. I've got invested in piercings."
Right?
You know, I'm considering getting a couple piercings. I might get one next weekend.
You want to put that in a bowl?
Carrie said my very first roller coaster I rode was Space Mountain. Actually, that sounds fun.
Well, we just set it on.
Shawnee said, you know, like when you make it for paper mache, flour, and water.
Where'd they go? Oh, I think I put them in the sink.
Just when they said not prices for the cruise for Van Gogh. If I remember for that Van Gogh exhibit, I thought it was like $40. I could be wrong though because that was a couple months ago, but that we looked at it. But yeah, I know Hans wanted to go to it, and we didn't end up going. The Van Gogh exhibit that they had down in Houston. Renee's wanting to go to it and was asking if anybody had gone to it. Rickwin said, I remember Space Mountain.
Yeah, whoa. Come on, y'all go lay down.
Almost ready. I just need a couple more minutes. I'm not seeing any more chat. I don't know if let's see. No, I think it's good. It's just not showing. Maybe that was just the last comment. Oh. Yeah, it's catching back up.
And our smoke salt.
Sharon said one of the best roller coasters in Santa Cruz at the beach and the boardwalk, one of the original wooden ones.
Oh, nice.
I actually was it last year? Not last year, but the year before. I went to the boardwalk in Santa Cruz. Hans took me down there. He took me on a trip down kind of like the coast, and that's one of the places that we stopped. And I was just amazed at how cold the beach was.
Wow.
It's just different.
But it's so far on the coast.
Yeah, it's just so different than, here we have the Gulf of Mexico.
And it's always stupid hot.
It's hot, so when we go to the beach, like it's 90, 100 degrees, whatever, and the water is warm, and you can't really see your feet in the water or anything either. But yeah, California, when you go to the beach, it's cold. Like you got to be in a sweater and everything.
And what do they say? Drive inward about an hour and it starts getting warm again.
Yeah, it's different. Like, and I also remember it being very like foggy, kind of like just a haze and fog over everything, just kind of different. But Sharon said Pacific Ocean is always cold. Yeah, it is so different than the Gulf.
Right. But it's not as ugly either, right?
It's pretty. Yeah. It is pretty. It is very
The
pretty.
Gulf is ugly.
Yeah, the Gulf of Mexico is ugly to look at. It's still very fun to go to, though.
I just remember when we used to go to the beach all the time. I always felt like I had to come home and wash off all the tar.
Yeah, there's the seaweed, all kinds of kind of stuff. Just Renee, I like the wooden Superman at Fiesta, Texas.
Oh, okay.
First coaster was the American Eagle, also wooden, at Great America near Chicago. I like the wooden roller coasters.
Yes.
I think it's just the sound of when you're on them. It's fun. Jessica L said, "Uh-oh." Well, hopefully you guys, because everything looks good on this side, so hopefully everything is good right now. I think we are getting ready to eat here in a few moments. What's everybody else having for dinner tonight? I know some of you guys were talking about Ketochow, but is anybody else having like something else for dinner? Oh, Jessica said we're back. Okay, good. How many halves do you want? Like how many? Like two? Yeah, two's good.
It's not whole jalapeno.
Yeah. Renee says, click that thumbs up. I agree, everybody. Hit the thumbs up, okay? Yeah.
That's why she's our number one groupie.
Rickwin said, everything is back. You're fine. Sharon Holloway said, in the valley where I grew up, you were always an hour and a half from everything, ocean, mountains, etc. Frequent said supper with sirloin steak and the failed egg wraps. Even if they were a failure, I bet you they still were good.
Right?
Skillet pizza here in the Caboodle kitchen. Oh, so like a pizza bowl. That sounds good too. There's a pizza chain around here called Marco's, and they do pizza bowls. I don't know if they're the cleanest because I don't know what kind of sauce. But it's just basically like a bunch of toppings from the pizza all thrown into a bowl. I have had it before, but I didn't eat very much of it. Jessica L said, "Where is Hans tonight?" So Hans is in the basement. No, I'm just kidding. I let him out. He is in a town called Green, which is up near New Braunfels.
Yeah, everything's done.
It's about 3.5 hours away from here. He went up to do a veterans hike tomorrow with Irreverent Warriors. So he left early this morning. If you get a chance to watch the video we made this morning, it was at like 4 o'clock this morning on a coffee review, but he left probably 5 something this morning and drove on up there. I do think he is going to be vlogging, so you guys could check out his vlog with some of the stuff that he does with the Reverend Warriors. He was teasing me already this morning, sending me pictures of what he was getting from Buc-ee's. And yeah.
Say Bushy?
No, he was like, yeah, Boosie. Somebody on TikTok or something like that calls it Boosies. Which kind of, that's weird.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. Well, we're ready.
Okay, so
No
it's dinner. It's dinner time, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna switch back over to my seat.
Woohoo! Thank you so much.
I don't know if I did the best job. Sorry for
Yeah,
talking,
you
everybody.
did.
No, you're fine.
No, you did. That was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Give it up for Nicole, everybody.
You're hired.
Like at when you go to like a seminar and somebody does something, you're like, oh,
yeah.
Okay, so I've got the filet here. Now this is a top sirloin filet, so it's not going to be as tender as like a beef tenderloin.
Or ribeye.
And then we've got goat cheese stuffed mushrooms, jalapenos, and then all I did was take a Roma tomato, cut it in half, make sure the bottom part is also level, so you might have to cut a little off the bottom, and then sprinkled. Heath wanted it with a little bit of pork
Panko.
pork panko on it. And then we've got, of course, our cauliflower. So don't forget that if you're having any. And then there's a little bit of gravy if you want any of this gravy.
What I love about these mushrooms, they're already bite-sized.
Yeah.
I know. Where did you say you put the can of the? Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Yeah. And so then,
speaking of Warriors, that's who made that bottle opener.
yeah, this is like from a company.
But when I saw it, I was like, this looks like a bullet.
Yeah.
It is. It's a 50 cal.
Have you ever shot a 50 cal?
No, I have not.
Have you? You have?
Yes.
Wow. How?
I was teasing Hans that I wanted to get, like, because we live right over there by Carter's.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ever get curious and just walk around in there, they'll have a couple of 50 cal guns, like in its own little case. I mean, they're huge.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I was
I'm like,
thinking.
we gotta get one of these.
Mm.
We're not going to get one, but I was just teasing him that we gotta
Maybe
get
one
one.
v one.
Right? Now the cauliflower, we let it sit for too long because it's kind of cold.
I'm sure it's still.
Yeah, you take a bite and say what you think of the cauliflower.
Wait a minute.
It's definitely creamy.
Oh, perfect. You know, some gravy or
It's just kind of cold to
Yeah.
me.
Actually, the flavor's really good.
Yeah?
It's just a little. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a little cold, but it's not bad.
Mm-hmm. You probably could have warmed it up. Like put it back in a baking dish
yeah.
and put it under the broiler for a moment
You
with
want to,
like
but it's
some.
too late.
No,
I'm
I
hungry.
it's good.
Mhm.
with like a little bit of cheese on top. That would be really good.
We're gonna get
All
some
right.
more steaks tomorrow night out with leftovers.
Right? Okay, Shauna said, oh, nice. Oh, thank you. Reichman said, kudos to Nicole for keeping up with our craziness.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And Caboodle Bryce said, woohoo, well done, Nicole.
Oh yeah, did you want any of that Redmond salt?
Yeah, let me put a little bit on there.
It's the smoked salt. Have you got any?
I got the sampler of all the 3
Oh,
smoked
yeah.
salts. I just haven't cooked anything yet to try it on.
We really like it as a finishing salt.
Mm-hmm. I think that one is the cherry blend. Jessica said, Nicole's a great co-host, right? Did an
What happens when
awesome
you run your own
job,
channel? You know what to do.
right?
I don't know if I. So Hans basically does all the technical
Yeah.
side of everything. I remember because I still feel pretty awkward. We don't have a ton of videos, but I remember the very first video that we made. I was trying to write out an outline, like what we were going to talk
Like a
about,
script?
this and that. Yeah, and that just does not
No.
work.
We tried to at first.
So sometimes I will write down like these are the couple things that I want to talk about in the video. However, we really just do best when we just
Free flow.
yeah, exactly.
Especially when the chats start coming in, you
Yes.
gotta address them and
And
throws
then-
everything off
And
too.
then this morning, he
God,
filmed
good.
me singing the part about the coffee.
Yes, that was hilarious. We rewound and
I
watched it
Didn't
again.
know he was going to put that in the video. He didn't even tell me that it was running yet.
Oh no, that's hilarious because we rewound it
I was
again
like, wait, are you alright?
because he was like, "If you
Yeah.
y'all gotta go watch that part alone."
So I guess he snuck a little blooper in there. That's what happens when I don't have, creative control. I'm just there talking or whatever. But
You're the beauty, and he does all
You're
the
just
rest.
talent.
yeah,
Right, you're just the talent. You just show
Yeah.
up.
But yeah. So I'm still, I still think I'm a noob whenever it comes to doing all the videos and everything. So I appreciate the compliments, guys.
Mm-hmm. You're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Sharon said,
We
"Wish
get
I had
excited every
more."
time we see we get notifications there's a new one.
I know.
I wish we could put stuff out on a more consistent basis. The only problem is our schedules are
That's what I'm
so.
saying.
Yeah.
You guys will laugh if you come in the house. I have a huge calendar set up on the dining room table with our schedules
Oh
written
wow.
out, and I try to highlight any time that we're actually going to be
All together.
off together, or maybe where I'm not going to be like. Sometimes he goes into work late,
Mm.
and if maybe I'm going to go into work late too.
Mm-hmm.
But like last week, I don't think we had a single day where it was like that because he was out of town.
Oh,
So-
that makes it hard.
Yeah, because by the time he gets home from work, I am already well asleep because I get up so early.
Right.
So
Oh.
this is just the struggles, guys. When you work in retail management, it's just and
Yeah.
grocery management too. Oh my gosh. it's
Oh,
just-
right. The hours you gotta work, and everything else.
My boss was telling me the other day that they say you have to be kind of crazy to work in grocery retail. And
Uh-huh.
that is true.
Well, I think just to work retail alone
True.
is a very retail and food service.
Uh-huh.
Like that's very challenging work.
I do enjoy working in grocery retail. It's something that I have a lot of experience with. It's kind of weird that I wanted to go back to that, but I don't know. It just feels like home to me. So
Well, there you go.
I think in one capacity or another, I'm probably going to be in grocery retail for the rest of my life. But if I could, I would probably get into working on campers and RVs.
Really?
Oh,
I know that
yeah.
sounds totally crazy, but I would love to learn to do solar installation for RVs and
Oh.
campers.
Well,
You
there's
like
a training
watching-
school here.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
You like watching Two Crazy Ketos, right?
Mhm.
Have you seen their other channel?
Yes.
And they do reviews.
At one point in time, Hans and I were going to start a channel when we started building out our
Tour
campus.
bus?
Yeah, our van. We have a van.
Oh, okay.
We have a, I can't remember if it's a 91 or a 90. It's an older G20 van. I can't remember if it's a 91 or a 92, but we have like a queen size bed built into our van.
Nice.
I built
Van down by the river.
Yeah, I built a floor, like it's got like a faux wood floor.
Wow.
In the van.
I used to have that in the back of my truck
Yeah,
to carry my supplies in.
Some people might think, oh, that's the shagging wagon.
Uh-huh.
But no, that was actually, my camper van, and I bought it at the beginning of the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
And at that time, I had time to work on it. I wasn't, working all the time, and we got to go camping quite a bit.
Nice.
But now I work so much, and Hans works so much, we haven't really had time to utilize it the way that I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him recently, maybe we should sell the van. Some people have approached us in the neighborhood asking us to,
If it's for
hey,
sale?
yeah, if it's for sale. And I actually saved the seats from the inside just in case
Oh.
we did ever decide to sell it to somebody and they wanted the seats, because right now there's a queen size bed
Mhm.
back there.
At that time, what they really want.
Mm-hmm.
pretty
Nice.
But what I would like to maybe do is buy a pop-up and remodel it.
Mhm.
And yeah, the steak is, I can't stop eating it.
Good, okay.
It's good, right? For a top sirloin, it is very tender.
But
So sous vide is what it is.
working in grocery retail, I honestly think that I would go to that RV school and learn the solar installation and work on RVs.
Wow, that'd be great. That'd
Wow.
be fun.
Well, I'm watching their review videos on the RVs.
Mhm.
The inside of those things really remind me a lot of the cabins on the cruise ships, where they're all laid out and everything.
The way that people are really like redoing old vintage campers into like, they're updating it, modernizing it, but the outside still has the vintage look.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the inside is more of either
Well,
like
the popular one with the airframe.
yes. Oh, I love air campers. I just think that they are so cool.
They are cool looking.
But
And retro.
yeah, I love anything kind of like a retro look to it
Uh-huh.
or whatever. But they're taking that retro look, but they're updating it and modernizing it and everything on the inside. I would love to just have the time to just do that.
Right? I know, the time.
Yeah.
Sharon said, I wish I had more time on this trip. Next time, maybe we could do a mini meetup. Oh, that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just Renee said, I made cauliflower mash with roasted cauli, cream cheese, bacon, cheddar, then put in a casserole topped with pork pico, more bacon and cheese, and broiled for the perfect crust.
See, that's what we should have done with this. Good
But that
idea.
was a couple years ago. See what I mean? Like a lot of, that's why I was like, when we come back, we need to start doing like back to keto or keto basics, because there's a
Retro.
lot of really good recipes
We don't do
that
anymore.
we made 3 years ago that we just don't.
Well, just think of how many people maybe this month just started getting into keto.
Right.
That's probably something that they're looking to substitute because they probably made it for their dinners most nights, and they're like, oh, I want to make it.
She used to make a really good Mexican style cauliflower rice.
Mm-hmm.
It straight up tasted like what you would get at the Mexican restaurants.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like the
Sharon's
regular-
flying out of Columbus. Oh, Jen's here. Hey,
Hey.
Jen. Happy birthday. Today is Jen's
Oh
birthday.
yeah, happy birthday! There's my birthday gift to you. I'm not gonna sing. I can't carry a tune in a bucket.
That's same here. But happy birthday. Thanks for stopping in, Jen. Christy Davis is here. She goes, I'm from West Virginia, but the West Coast is beautiful. Virginia is a very beautiful state, too. We've driven through there. We actually stayed, I think that's right. West Virginia's where Mothman.
Oh yeah,
Mothman, what do you mean?
the Mothman.
Oh, the Mothman.
You never
The
heard that?
statue and where it all happened is this
Have you heard
little
that
bitty
story?
town.
Hit the Googles.
Mothman.
The Mothman, and if you go down in the downtown area. It's a little bitty town. Like you almost, when you get off the freeway, you kind of go underneath because it's all hills and stuff. And it's just this little town. And in the center is a statue of the Mothman. And
Is it like a true crime?
Yeah.
Sort of like in the 60s, I believe it's 60s, somebody could correct me. There was these sightings of the Mothman. And I follow this person who has a master's of folklore on TikTok. I love her. Her name's Piper, but she has a master's in folklore. And she said the whole thing with Mothman, I forget the type of, but basically they come when anything tragic is supposed to to happen. And so the Mothman, like when he showed up, then like there was a series of people who died or tragedies over the next. So yeah, look up the Mothman. But we went there. I believe that's in West Virginia. You correct me. But yes, so that was fun, and we enjoyed West Virginia. It it's nice to drive through.
It's probably very pretty.
Yeah.
All the hills.
Yeah,
and
seriously,
everything.
the only area of the states that we've been to that we did not enjoy was Washington, D.C.
I think Hans has said that before too.
Just way too congested. And that's
Yeah.
coming from a Houstonian. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I know. I thought Houston traffic was bad. Washington, D.C. traffic.
And I always hear all these horror stories about driving in New York. We actually enjoyed it. Those drivers actually help each other.
Yeah.
Traffic
I
backed
had
up.
no problem. I drove
loved
through down Manhattan. I drove up and down all of Manhattan Island. No problems at all. Getting to the hotel, all of that. No issues.
You know how people here don't use their blinkers and they cut you off when you turn yours on? These people actually move to get out of your way.
Yeah, like they all. And what was weird is, and I know I've talked about this before, but even though in Manhattan there's lines for the road, and here in Houston, if somebody's broken down, then that whole road is shut down and traffic. It's like ants. Everybody moves around. Those lines are just there for when there's no traffic. So people during the day, they don't really use the lanes. It's like, oh, we're all moving this way because there's a car doing a delivery there.
Double park.
And so we just move over and then just keep going. Like the whole point is to keep traffic moving. And so they don't just stop for anything. And if somebody needs to suddenly get over, then they just get over. They just let them get over. That's just how it is.
They help each other because it's an island.
Right. And then, there's just so many people there. So I had no problems driving through New York City. But Washington, D.C., I was like white knuckling. I was like, I do not like this.
We even took
Get
a
me out
tour
of here.
and had a driver and another tour guide with us the whole time. And that was even frantic.
Yeah.
Nerve-wracking.
Jen said she just got back from dinner. Now she's just chilling. Nice. Well, what else are you going to do for your weekend birthday? Jessica said, we own an RV repair business in Dickinson.
Oh, wow.
Dickinson, Texas?
Yeah, Brian's Mobile RV Repairs.
Because I actually went to high school in Dickinson for a semester.
What semester?
No. And I took a
See what I mean? You went to
summer school there too.
Wow.
Well, we all live in
And the yellow submarine.
Right?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying we all live in Spring, so it's not far from Dickinson at all.
Yeah. Renee wanted to know, where is Dickinson?
It's about an hour south of us. But there's also, I've heard, one of the cabinet companies you work for, our deliveries came from Dickinson, South Dakota.
No, but where else? How else would you say? How do you get to Dickinson from here? Like, what's close to it?
I guess Clear Lake.
Yeah, you just go south.
Yeah, 45 south from here,
Mm-hmm.
and you pretty much run into it. And then like I said, Clear Lake. You keep going south, and then you're going to eventually run into Galveston.
Right?
The what was it? What's the mall down there? It's real big. I used to go there all the time.
I know what
Baytown.
you're talking
No, not Baytown.
Baybrook.
Baybrook Mall.
Yeah, I was going to say Baytown Mall is like a ghost town nowadays.
Right.
Everything is there. I don't even know how it's still open.
I know. Okay, let's see. Maitreya said, did the sound drop or is it me? Oh no, other people have sound. Just best RV repair training school to go to in Nervta is in Athens.
Yes, That's where my parents live,
Well,
right in the town,
there
right
you
next
go.
to it.
Athens?
Yeah, Athens, Texas.
Okay. Isn't there also in Athens, Georgia?
Yes, my parents live in the town called LaRue, which is like right next to Athens, and I think it's the Red Barn kind of school. Anyway, I've driven past it a ton of times, and I've got to go one of these days.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Your parents are there. That's like
Yeah.
a sign. Yeah, Jessica said south of Heath and Shelley, and Heath went to high school there. There you
That's
go.
right. She lives there?
Yeah, Jessica does.
We need to do a meetup then.
Yeah,
That's
I
only an hour
know.
south of us.
We do need to host a meetup. I'm
We're
thinking
together down there too.
Two Crazy Ketos says that they're going to come before the
KetoCon.
KetoCon. So maybe we can
Yes.
host something that I think it's
The
going to be
weekend before.
Wednesday.
Oh, that'd be tight.
Well, I'm saying when 2KK
Yeah.
comes, if they're going to come Wednesday, maybe we can host a meetup, and anybody who could drive
Yeah.
up that Wednesday night,
Yeah.
you'll just like smoke something all day.
We'll do Wing Wednesday.
Mm.
I have an affiliate, what do you call it?
Mm.
Affinity for alliteration.
Yeah, he does. Carrie said that food looks good.
That's what
Thank you,
HungryHeath
Carrie.
thinks too.
This food is excellent.
Oh, thank you.
Yay.
So,
Renee
what did you
said,
enjoy more, this? or
I'm
you
south of
looking
them
forward to the
too.
meatloaf?
Yes, you are.
I didn't realize that you had changed the
No.
menu until I got here.
Oh, nice.
And meatloaf would have been fine, but this is really good.
Way better.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Oh, Marie's here. Hey, Marie. Welcome back.
Funny story though. I got these from Sprouts,
Mhm.
and she saw an ad saying what the sale price was on those today, or this week. So I went there looking for them, and it's weird. When I log into Sprouts, it auto logs me into a place in Dakota. It's weird.
Oh, like location?
Yes.
Yeah, or
It
Arizona.
defaults it, or Arizona.
To a location of Sprouts?
Yes.
And, yeah, it always defaults to the Arizona, but
Yeah. For her, for some reason, it did to Florida.
well, it's because remember I'm going to do a Sprouts delivery for when we're in Florida.
But I wasn't going to, and it's always done that to me.
I know, and it's so for some reason it was bringing up their sales ad, which had cheaper.
Yeah.
So if you're in Florida, you can
So I
actually
went in
get
and
the
talked
top
to the
sirloin.
butcher also. And he's like, no, this is what we got. So we paid a substantial amount more for them, but
Not a
nah, well, not
But,
really.
you know.
We didn't break the bank for it. But
Yeah.
it's just weird how that happened.
yeah.
Had it all
That's
got,
such a difference.
she didn't notice
between,
it.
I didn't either. Renee said, I have to say, my guacamole balls turned out pretty tasty.
They looked good.
They looked
You gotta
amazing.
show
I
that
I
recipe.
saw that too. That they did look good.
She doesn't give herself enough credit, but she's brilliant in the kitchen.
That was very
She
creative.
really is.
I thought it was very creative.
Because you've seen when we make the
I'm not creative like that when it comes
the
to
stuffed
cooking.
peppers, right? With the stuff. So she's told us to start putting. She calls them coastal. She puts shrimp in them.
That sounds good too.
Yes.
Mhm.
The shrimp that I had last week, I got that from HEB. They
Oh.
actually in the they have the Mill Simple
Yes.
stuff. So they had a little pack of shrimp already coated with the garlic butter.
Oh.
Oh.
Those are those little metal pans. You can do them in the oven too, right?
But it was over there where those were, but it was not in the little metal pan. It was just like in a little plastic thing. But
Okay.
it was already marinated,
Yeah.
and it was like $5 or $6.
Oh, nice.
And I mean,
Wow.
I made 2 meals out of it. I know most people might
Yeah.
just turn that into 1 meal, but they were really, really good. And like
I'll have to hunt for those next time.
when I rewarmed it up the second day, I had cooked some ground beef in the pan earlier, so there was like little
Mm-hmm.
specks of it was just dirty, I guess you could
That's
say.
all right.
Made like little crunchy kind of texture on my shrimp, kind of like it reminded me.
Surf and turf.
It reminded me if you had ever gone to Torchy's Tacos.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
They have those shrimp tacos that I used to always get anytime I would go to
Right.
Torchy's.
Oh, yeah.
It reminded
They're
me
proud of
so.
their stuff though.
Yes, it reminded me so. Yeah, for one taco, it could be like $5, right?
Right.
But
Mhm.
it's not keto. But if you do ever go to Torchy's, you gotta get whatever's on the secret menu.
Right.
Yes.
But yeah, so those tacos reminded me so much of the Torchy's tacos and
Oh.
It's like I know he's not the biggest seafood lover,
Sure.
Ah.
but I think he would really like the shrimp tacos.
Wow, they sounded good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to make some of those.
Jen said, gonna hop off. This Airbnb or this
Oh.
B&B has a sauna I want to
Oh,
check
yeah.
out. Wow,
Enjoy.
that sounds nice. Shauna said, the Mothman. Am I hearing that correct?
Good.
Yes, and you spelled it right. Hey, Lori's here. Hey,
Hey.
Lori, how are you? Renee said, do you know the Mothman? The Mothman.
Nah.
Oh, wait.
Oh, like the muffin.
Yeah.
Jamie said Mothman Prophecies is based on that.
Yes.
I think so. And then Atreya said, awesome, log out and back in fixed. Woohoo!
Nice.
Like tech support, right?
Right? Anytime you're booting.
Christy said, yes, you're right. The Mothman's from West Virginia. Thank you. I thought that's where we saw it.
Because I think the statue's about as big as that cabinet.
Yeah, he's like really tall and it's all silver.
Yeah.
But
I feel like
metal.
I've heard of it before. I listen to a lot of true crime stuff.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
I'm not like big.
What's that one podcast we listen to?
Darkness Radio.
Yeah.
If any of y'all are into like supernatural,
Yeah.
so it's not,
Some of the stuff's really good, some of them's not. But
Yeah, sometimes it's a little true crimey, but it's all like supernatural stuff, paranormal, supernatural.
Aliens.
Yes. that
aliens,
too.
aliens.
Right?
Put my hair up. But yeah, they'll talk about aliens, anything paranormal. One time we listened where they were talking about in Alaska that there's basically, you've heard of the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
There's one in Alaska that's very similar that they have heard of whole planes disappearing.
In Alaska.
Yes. When they're going over a different
That's
part.
what happened with B.B. Cooper.
But yeah, so it's a really cool podcast.
Yeah.
I like stuff. I like to listen to stuff like that when I'm working out at the gym.
Yeah.
I mean, I like music, but at the same time, I really like listening to true crime podcasts. And it's funny because the other day, I was listening to a true crime podcast as I was working out. My phone connected to Hans's truck
Oh, no.
while I was still inside working out. And he had already finished and gone to the truck, and I was still in the gym a little bit. And he could hear this lady talking about a murder.
And he's like, what?
And she's like, what is going on? Or whatever. And looking all over the place, like trying to fit. Well, my phone had connected to the truck.
That's hilarious.
Right.
And he's like, who's talking?
Yeah,
to
he
me?
was like, who is talking and why is she talking about a murder?
What's the one? There was
He's like-
another.
and then you're like, oh, that was mine. He's
Yeah.
like, you listen to
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I listen to go to sleep at night.
that? Right?
I
Yeah.
listen to true crime. So
There was
Right,
a show that was
But
like
this
that.
is how I decompress.
It was all paranormal stuff like that. It was on, I think it was Jim Norrie.
Mhm.
What it was on AM radio. They used to
So
play at night.
I
late at night.
religiously used to listen to that.
What was the show called?
Coast to Coast.
Yes.
FM.
That one was pretty good too.
I loved
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, I used to listen to that all the time.
Wow.
I always used to tease my sister that like I kind of welcome being abducted by a man.
Right? Well, speaking of living down in Dickinson, yeah, because that's where I grew up in Alvin. Okay, I was always down south in that area, and down there is Alvin Community College,
Mhm.
and they have a radio station, but the broadcast, the signal's not strong enough to reach up here, so
Okay.
you have to go down south and you tune in. They do all kinds of weird stuff like that too on their station, and they'll even do we'll try and do support local bands, and if you donate while they're doing a fundraiser or something like that, they'll play your band's music too. I thought it was pretty neat.
Oh, wow.
It's
Heath had a
89.7
band. If anybody
KNAC.
ever knew, Heath had his own band.
Yeah, I played
And-
bass.
And you put out, what, two CDs?
Two CDs.
I play a little bit of bass too,
Yeah.
Wow.
but I only just played. I didn't read music. I just played tabs and just like
Yeah.
I was not like the best or whatever. I just had fun playing it. But I grew up playing an instrument called the bassoon.
Uh huh.
So most of you guys probably have no idea what that is unless you've seen like an orchestra or
Uh-huh.
whatever. But in high school, you can't play bassoon and march in the
Right.
band. So I played drums. I was in the drum line
Uh-huh.
and
Oh.
everything. But by the time I got to college, I played bassoon in the college orchestra,
Wow.
but I had short purple punk rock
Oh,
hair
nice.
and piercings and tattoos and was tutoring other like junior high kids while I looked like that or whatever, and I would play
Scaring the parents.
I would play these like I played one season with the Houston Ballet Orchestra.
Oh, nice.
The Nutcracker.
Oh, yeah.
As I was just kind of like a substitute type. Whenever when somebody had to be out, because most orchestras only have one bassoon player.
Right.
It's a very hard instrument to play.
Do you still play?
No.
Do you own
no.
one?
I had one up until we moved over here,
Uh-huh.
and then I sold it because I'm like, it's just collecting dust and
right.
everything. Yeah, so reading bass clef and being a double reed player was my thing for a long time, and then because I could already read bass clef when I would play piano, I was always much better with my left hand than my right hand, because left-handed piano playing is always with with your the bass is your left, but the only thing I did not like about being a music major in college is I just wanted to play music all day. You actually have to learn theory, which is mostly math.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, I just don't like math at
I don't either. So of course I became a carpenter.
So math just doesn't work with my brain. I don't know what it is.
Oh.
And as much as I love to play music, you don't get to play a whole lot of music when you're a music major. You have to learn all the theory and the ear training and sight singing and all that other kind of stuff. And I was like, so I just started working, and I had quit doing all that kind of stuff. But
I graduated Pearland in '95, and our claim to fame then, the pride of Pearland was the band.
Mm-hmm.
They were really, really big and everything.
Did they have a military style marching band?
I think so, yeah. Like, they were even better. People went to watch them more so, went to the football games to watch the band more so than the football.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because the football team ruined their perfect record by winning a game. That's how bad our football team was.
Wow.
The year I graduated.
Well, what's funny, circling back when she said learning the theory, when I got into college and was taking all these, way high math classes, it was no longer math. I was having to do PowerPoints and everything else with it. And I was like, I just want to learn more math, but instead, here's a PowerPoint presentation with groups. And I hated working with groups.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm in math. I don't want to work with other people. That's why I'm in math.
I honestly just wanted to play music all day, and I feel like 10% of my day was playing music, and like the 90% was everything else.
Right? They kind of run it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I was like, this isn't fun. I thought I was going to play music all day.
Wow. Yeah. What a shame. Haley said her Wi-Fi went out, but it's back now, and she's back. Awesome. Yeah, Brian said, well, looks like it's going to be an early night for me. Got to get some shut-eye. Y'all have the most awesome weekend. You too, Brian and Karen.
Yeah, we're almost ready to meet up.
Yeah, what's the countdown, Shauna? Renee said, I can't take credit. I posted the YouTube guys recipe video I adapted the recipe from. Yeah, but you did it. That's what matters.
She's got us tuning into this one guy, Sam, the cooking guy.
He's
not cool, but he has a lot of good recipes. Oh, he's got a new Traeger grill.
He always has the new grills.
Yeah.
I
know.
I just like his attitude.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I want to meet him in person. I don't know where he's at though.
California.
Okay, that explains it.
He seems very Californian.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Very laid back.
Very much. Sharon said, good night, everyone. It's been a crazy few days, and I'm wiped. I'll catch you in 2 weeks. Next Friday, I'll be flying all day. Bye, Sharon. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you in 2 weeks. We will be in Orlando.
Yeah.
Oh, she has a countdown.
Oh, good. Yeah, you're welcome, Sharon.
Yeah, I think on the Ford.
She was a college music major too.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that's awesome.
What musical instrument did
she
play?
Said, but vocal and theory and theater till I realized I wanted something I could earn money doing.
Exactly. They were pushing me towards becoming a music teacher.
Oh, okay.
But every music teacher that I knew I mean, they were so high strung. They were so stressed out. They were just, I mean, I was just like, you don't make any money.
Right.
This is not, I made more money at that time teaching private music lessons than probably the salary of a music teacher.
What a shame.
And then they would be under so much stress because they're trying to move, they want to move their music program in a certain direction, but the school really won't fund the music programs the way, at least here in Texas, the way they fund the football team.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
Well, football here is almost a religion.
Yes.
Right, yeah, because I was actually in HOSA, that's Health Occupation Students of America.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in that all through high school, but yeah, we got zero funding because they were like, no, if you want to go to we actually made it to nationals with our debate team. And the school was like, yeah, no, we can't give you anything.
Good job, but no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm like, you shuttle the football players to and from all of the games, and you can't help with anything for us going all the way. It was in Nashville for nationals. Like, we made it to nationals. Like, before us, like, nothing ever happened.
Good. It was a good job and good luck getting there.
Right, basically. And yeah, you're gonna have to figure out how to pay for it yourself.
Yeah.
And so we did all that. And what was kind of like, this
Texas.
is classic teenagers, right? So when we first started the debate team, like, we were like on point. It was medical debate team, which is kind of weird to me. But anyways, so I was the minute reader. So I read the minutes, and I could talk so fast, y'all, like, because I had to get those minutes read in like under a minute, and I would just blah, 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 right through it. And then we made it to state. We came in state enough, and we were like shocked that we made it. And they were like, now you get to go to nationals because you ranked high enough. And we're like, what? But then we found out when we made it to nationals, we didn't practice at all.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we went to nationals and just bombed because everybody was like
we already done it.
Yeah, there was like one person was a senior and another person was going to be a senior, so they didn't even care at that point. They were just like, whatever, we're going, and they were just happy to go to Nashville. And I remember we went to Opryland and did all that stuff, but I was kind of sad because that was just something to be able to go. Oh well.
I played sports and stuff too, as well as band, but the number one thing that I was really into at the time was golf.
Oh well.
There weren't any other girl golfers. I was the only girl at my school. So any type of competition that required more than one, I didn't have a team, basically. So sometimes they would try to put me with like another school.
You are the team.
Yeah, I was the girl golf team.
Oh wow.
And I definitely didn't have any kind of funding or any kind of help, with that. So, whereas now,
well, there's that hole in it. I keep seeing a bug flying around. It's bothering me.
Whereas now it's like, the
still
golf
open there?
team does get funded.
There too?
But back in those
They're
days,
both not open.
They're both? Oh, okay.
Look, the bottom.
Oh,
Closed.
okay. Both sides?
Yeah.
Okay, then I was just making sure.
we had a fly in the house this morning when we were filming that video, and I was like, are they going to be seeing this fly flying around? And it was like kind of coming around the coffee. I was like,
just go away. I know, it's that time of year.
But every time I open the door to let
Yep.
the dogs in and out, that's when they
And
fly
sometimes
in.
they're as big as mosquitoes.
They're big.
Oh
yeah.
my
And
gosh.
they get in between like the blinds and the window. And
Yes.
I'm like, is there a bee or a wasp
Right.
in there? Yeah.
No, she's just some stupid fly. Oh, Shauna said 11 days and 18 hours till pre-cruise shenanigans.
Nice.
And then 15 days till the low-carb cruise.
You know what might be good? Maybe fun too. I don't know if it'd be worth it to everybody, or have you ever done it? Battleship Texas down south,
I think
and the San Jacinto Monument.
when my stepson comes, I want to try to take him this summer to go see all that.
Have
And
you ever done it?
Yeah, I've
We
done it
used to
a
have
few
to do
times.
it because I went to school, like I said, in Deer Park, so it's right around the corner
Yeah.
down there.
I grew up in Champaign.
Okay,
so
yeah,
it's
same
like
thing.
right there.
Oh, nice.
But I want to take him to the battleship, and I told him I would take him to the Alamo. He
Okay.
hasn't been.
Oh.
Okay. See, I've
Wow.
only
Wait
been
till he
once.
sees the Alamo disappointed.
He might be. It's funny
This is
because
about small
Everybody imagines that Alamo is just this huge thing.
in Texas we have to actually go through like Texas history
Yes.
and things like that. Whereas he's in a different state,
Yeah.
so he just hears about it and probably thinks something totally different
Right.
than when he's actually going to.
Because what is it?
See what
Seventh
what-
grade in Texas is the whole year is nothing but
Yes.
Texas history.
Yes.
Yeah.
The whole year.
Texas history. Texas is like, it's kind of cultish.
Yes.
Kinda.
We actually, I've heard stories that there's actually a man serving time right now in jail, and he is convinced that he is the president of Texas, and he's leading a revolt for us to succeed again.
All right, let's move
I
on.
was like,
Carrie
what?
said he's still watching on his laptop.
Thank you.
That's awesome, Carrie. Shauna said, I made more money as a nanny with an early childhood degree.
Wow.
Right?
We
Than
went to
a
a
music,
steakhouse in
right?
Houston, and there was what was he? He had a degree in architecture.
Oh, no,
and
he had an engineer degree, but he made 6 figures
as a
being
waiter
a waiter at one of the high-end steakhouses
downtown.
in Houston.
I believe it.
I was
Yeah.
like, wow.
And he was like, he told his dad, his dad was like, you got a degree and you got a job doing that. He's like, yeah, but I don't enjoy the job, number one. And number two, I make more waiting tables. And he was like, oh, all right. Well, at least you have the degree to fall back on. Jamie said, because only football gets funding in Texas.
Yes. Well, see, that's another thing that I'm fixing to go on a rant.
Oh,
y'all know
Lord.
I'm
Lynette's here. Hey, Lynette.
Lynette.
Welcome.
I'm a hardcore. I used to be, anyways, hardcore poker player. I used to be a professional poker player. And one thing that really, really bothers me about Texas is the most popular game in poker is Texas Hold'em, which is illegal to play in Texas. Doesn't make any sense.
That's right.
I can bet on dogs. I can bet on horses. I can play the lotto, and I can play bingo. But if I bet on dice or cards, all of a sudden I'm a felon. What?
The Moody's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Let's not
What?
get all into it. Okay, so
What?
here's something. Renee said in middle school she had Florida history.
Yeah.
And Lynette
Makes sense.
says her middle schoolers take Utah history.
Okay.
Okay, so it is, see, every state.
It was
just
weird. It was like
know.
the whole year of 7th grade.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
like indoctrinate that
Yes.
stuff into
Right,
us.
and didn't you have to do we always had to do the Texas flag
Yes.
before the American flag.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah, we first said every morning the
Oh,
Pledge
Texas,
Allegiance to the
Texas, something like that?
Texas. I don't even
I
know.
pledge allegiance to the Texas flag.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
That's what you said.
And
Cultish.
then after that, then it would be the U.S. flag.
Yeah.
And then it was
I mean, you can't blame us. This stuff is, like I said, indoctrinated into us when we're kids. So
I mean, we're the only state that has our own toast.
And wasn't it our flag and fly at the same?
Yes.
So we're the
That was
only
one of
state
the-
in the union
that was one
that
of
our flag can fly at the same height as the American
Yep,
flag.
yep.
That was in our conditions for us to join the union.
Yeah. So people, some Texans, like you can tell true Texans because they really.
That's why my whole thing about beans and chili.
Oh, I know. But I'm saying, like, if you try to tell a Texan, oh, you're just from Texas, like, it's no big deal. Oof. It's something.
I know I have my ways, so
And I get a lot of my callers telling me too, my customers tell me that I have a thick accent.
I know, I always get that too. I'm like, how do I have an accent? I can't tell.
I really don't think
And they're
I
like,
do,
you're from the
but
South, aren't you? I said,
but-
well, sort of.
I noticed because most of my family in Texas down here in Houston, the only people here in Houston are me and my sister. The rest of my family live up in the Texas Panhandle. They have a very different accent than what we have down here. So I noticed that when I get around them, I feel like my accent does develop into something
Right.
different. But I feel like when I'm down here just talking to other Houstonians, I don't really notice that I have that like an accent like that. But you talk to somebody from Louisiana,
Oh.
you know, And we
The
tell they
swamp
have,
people.
yeah. And in Arkansas, even where
Oh,
the
yeah.
majority of I can't understand what they're saying.
Right.
Yeah.
So I get away too. Some people you get
sorry,
further
family,
north.
if you're watching this, but I can't understand you.
I actually have family in Arkansas too. And
Some of their accents.
it gets, well,
That's
sometimes
why I like
I
with
would,
Joe from 2KK when he starts talking stuff. One of my favorite things he says, you can tell he's from New York originally. He says yesterday.
Yeah.
I know, I love that. I know, because used to the callers, thankfully, I don't have to talk to people all day long. You just don't know how happy that makes me. But used to, like, I would get some people that were like deep south, and I'm like,
They have marbles in their mouth when they're talking.
no, it's just so, like, it was so thick that I'm like, okay, I really have to concentrate and figure out exactly what they're saying, because it was kind of hard to understand when somebody's really deep south.
Yes.
It is harder than, like, if somebody's from New York, I can pick up, like, oh, okay, I can understand you. But sometimes the deep south or deep Louisiana, like
Yes.
your family,
Oh yeah.
woo, now that's the marbles in the mouth
Yeah.
where you're like, what? Okay, I don't know what you're saying, but I'm gonna guess.
What movie was that? Snatch? Where they went to England
Yeah,
and they
speak-
couldn't understand what he's saying. He goes, "You're from England.
Yeah.
You speak English. Y'all invented the language, and I can't understand what you're
But
saying."
it sounds nothing
Right.
like regular. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Shauna said, I make 6 figures, just most of the figures are on the wrong side of the decimal. Girl, same here.
Preach.
Nan's here. Hey,
Hey,
Nan,
Nan.
welcome. Renee said, oh, I recently celebrated 1 year at my current job.
Oh,
Really?
That's awesome.
Had my annual
'Cause she
review
used to do
and
home health.
listen
and
to
now she's
this.
working
She
for
got
the
a
principal.
$1 per hour raise.
That's
Yay!
Awesome. Good job.
Just hope Jolly doesn't find more medical issues for me to
Right.
fund, right? Like Jolly, give Mama a break.
She has 2 greyhounds that she adopted. They were, I think, if I remember,
Rescues.
rescues, but I think they used to be racing dogs.
No,
No, they weren't.
um,
I'm sorry.
no, Navarro never was. I think she was supposed to be bred, right?
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if Jolly actually ever ran.
Okay.
But they are both rescues.
Mhm.
But Jolly had some issues, and like taking your animals to the vet is always so expensive.
Yeah.
Stressful.
French bulldogs can tend to have a lot of health issues too.
Yes, I've heard that.
So far, I've been very lucky. They haven't had
Fingers
anything.
crossed.
I also think that switching them over to this raw diet, I've taken the chicken mostly out of their diet
Yeah.
completely, and it seems
We've been
like
reading about that. The chicken's not really good for them.
yeah, one of them, Frankie, he was starting to develop hives and things like that, and he never had, he didn't have it as a pup, and I had been feeding them chicken since they were, little
Good
baby.
job.
But a couple months ago, he started having like some hives and some allergy issues, and I took him into the vet, and he got some special wipes and some things like that. But it seems like in the last few weeks, taking him off the chicken has really just improved a lot.
Wow.
Well, it's like
that's awesome.
we
Yeah.
eat the proper human diet, so you got to give them the proper canine diet.
Wow.
Yes.
Marie said Texas has its own pledge for the state flag.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and we have to say it before you say the.
I don't know if they do it anymore per se, but when we went to school, we did.
Yeah.
I
We
don't
had to
remember.
say it first before the U.S.
Did we
flag.
have a prayer? I don't remember what. I don't remember
the
there was
prayer.
a prayer, but
I remember
Texas,
the pledge.
yeah, the Texas flag first, and
Then the American.
yes,
Yes.
that's for
And
sure.
don't they even do it at football games and everything
I don't
too?
remember. It's been a while since I've been.
I know that they do a prayer at the
Oh,
football
yeah.
games, but
Yeah.
Texas is
So
a
what's
cult.
for-
Texas is a cult, guys.
Yes.
I say that it should be a
Well, I got one of my
Well,
oldest friends. He was born and raised in Georgia,
yeah.
Marietta, right outside of Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't meet until like junior high when we moved here. And he said that he didn't consider us part of the real South. He said we're our own country.
Well, and when when we've traveled other places, people are like, oh, where are you from? And if you just say United States, they're like, okay. Or if you say, Pennsylvania, they're like, oh, where's that? And you're United States. But if you just say,
Texas,
most people, if you ask us, where are you from?
Houston.
No, you say
Yeah,
Texas.
I'm from Texas.
Yeah, you'll say Texas. You don't say United States. You're
Yeah.
like Texas.
Yeah.
Right.
And everybody knows, no matter
Yeah.
where
And then
I've
if
been
you
in
have
the
an old Derek in your
country.
backyard,
International travel, you say you're from Texas, they're like, oh yeah, Texas.
that's
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you say, oh,
Any
I'm
other state.
from you know,
Arkansas, they're like, what? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, is that part of the U.S.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you always say Texas,
But
and they
the-
know immediately.
But they want to assume that we ride horses everywhere.
Oh yeah, and we have a ranch.
Yeah,
And
we
a
all
And they're
Derek.
like, "Where's your cowboy hat?"
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I was working for a cabin company for a while, and one of the guys would come to work every morning with starched jeans, his fancy roper shirt, and his cowboy hat and stuff. One of the guys was like, you know what? Tomorrow, since we're coming in costume, I'm gonna dress as a ninja. He's all, you're not a cowboy. Because what are you, 8 years old?
Renee said, "Thanks. Seems like just a short time ago I was stressing about the interview, right? I remember when you were like so nervous, like, oh, I don't know if they'll hire
See,
me.
you're so good. That's why they had you training people.
Right?"
They trusted you to teach them the right way to do it.
Shauna said, "Heat, but can you fly your beans as high as your flag?"
My beans?
There's no beans in Chile.
Right. Well, beans are a big part of Texas culture, actually. They just don't go into chili.
Yeah. Oh, who was I talking to? I was talking to Ready Set Keto because she was talking about making Cincinnati chili.
Oh yeah, that does
But what is Cincinnati chili? What
They
is,
eat it over
Pasta,
spaghetti. Or
spaghetti.
pasta.
that's right. She had it over.
Yeah.
What?
But see, here's the thing.
We went and got it while we were in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
It was
we've
like,
had
what is
it.
this?
Did you
Here's
like
the-
it?
Oh yeah. Well, I grew up on it
A
because
lot of people eat it over
like
rice, too.
Yeah, Hans told me to make him some chili over rice before keto, and I was like, I'll make you a little bit of rice.
You gotta turn in
but
a Texan card.
I can't. Yeah, I can't do that. Like
It hurts.
Yes,
Well, see,
it feels weird.
so both my parents are actually not from Texas.
Okay.
But both sides of my grandparents are. So
Mhm.
like we eventually so my
You made it
mother
back home.
my mother mostly grew up in California and then Arkansas.
Mhm.
My father grew up in the Northeast. So my mom, she was an Air Force brat. Well, she had chili spaghetti.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. So it's where you put the spaghetti noodles and the chili on top. And then my mom always liked it with fresh white onion and cheese. Well, she didn't know that was the Cincinnati chili.
Okay.
So I always grew up when she would make those. Sometimes you could be as cheap as like she would just buy a can of the canned chili,
The
no
Wolf brand,
beans.
or
She's
like
like,
the
oh,
store
you can't
brand.
have beans in it.
Right. Well, that
And
is
then
just smart
she
there.
would just make up spaghetti noodles, pour the chili on top, put the onions and cheese, and we just eat it like that. Like I grew up eating that. And nobody else I ever knew ever ate. I was like, oh, chili spaghetti. And people would be like, what is that? And I'm like,
Foreigner.
what? I know. I was like, well, my mom always made it. And then then I learned it's Cincinnati.
Well, then we used to get into discussion all the time because she used to tell us all that she loved Tex-Mex.
Mhm.
Then she started telling us what she liked and on a plate and everything, and what she was describing was Cal-Mex.
Yeah, because she liked the crunchy tacos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't-
And
crunchy tacos are okay, but that's not my preference.
Right.
oh, that was
Because you're a
hers.
Texan.
Yeah.
If she had to
Because
have
you like
crunchy,
Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
liked it crunchy
Yeah.
with the lettuce, the tomato,
Yeah.
and the cheese on it. But not melted cheese, just a little shredded cheese.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That was her favorite thing. If we couldn't do crunchy,
What's the Lyle Lovett bit? He says, "We're a true Texan, judges a place by the chips and salsa."
Yeah, I would say that's true. That's
and then
true.
Renee says, and Texas is the only state that I know of that has their own country music.
It's true. That's true.
Matrey said, not all. Everything looks great. Hope y'all looking forward to Sunday's adventure. Yes, we are.
I remember
And then
years-
next week, full of fermentation stuff and lots of quick pickles. Oh, nice. Please, Shauna or Renee, link to Matreya's
Yes.
channel so everybody can show up for Coffee Talk on Sunday.
It was years ago that ZZ Top, because they're from Houston.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were doing a tour, and they were calling it the Worldwide Texas Tour.
Yeah, there's a really good documentary. I think it's on Netflix right now, or maybe I watched it like a month or so ago. That's out. That's about ZZ Top.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, wow. We watched
They're
it
actually
one.
from Houston.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw them a couple times.
Yeah.
I really
I've seen them
Aw.
at the Houston Rodeo. That was really good.
I've never
bass player died.
Well, I always remember anytime I drive through LaGrange, I put that song on.
Right.
Reichman said, I think I'll call it a night. Also, have to be up early to get on the road. Great dinner. See y'all at Matreya's on
All right.
Sundays. Radical
Thank you.
Geeks.
Good night.
Good night. Renee said they both were bred to race, but Jolly got an injury as a pup, and Devara just wasn't fast enough. Oh, thank you, Renee.
That's why they were retired or whatever.
Yeah. Marie said Montana, California, Utah
They're
don't
beautiful
have a
farms.
pledge for their state. Only 3 states I've attended school in. Oh.
Oh.
I don't know if any other state does besides Texas. Like, it truly is. Like Nicole said, like, from the time you're little, you're told you're the best state in the union.
Yeah.
Like, we have chips, tortilla chips here in the shape of Texas.
Yes.
I don't think you're going to go to like another state.
Is it HEB that has the Texas shaped waffle iron?
Yes.
I have one.
Oh, that. Well, because you. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not going to go to another. You're not going to go to California and get a California shaped chip.
No,
One of the
that's
one
true.
things that always really made me laugh is when we're torn. We've driven to almost every state in the union.
No, every state.
We didn't drive to Hawaii. We didn't drive to Alaska. But we'll go to a restaurant out there, especially up north, and they'll say Texas style chili. And I'll read, and then the ingredients on it, and they'll put beans. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, no. I went to.
You poor thing.
I was at in Illinois,
Uh-huh.
and they had a restaurant out there, and it said better than Texas barbecue.
Oh.
And I was like,
Blasphemer.
let me try this out. It was cool. And I was just like, this is so bad that like I don't even feel like shit.
You owe me money.
Yeah.
Well, it was filed. It was Chicago, right? When we did the pizza,
Yes.
and everybody talks about the
Yeah.
deep dish, thick
Yes,
crust,
yes.
right? When we did a pizza tour, and the guide was telling us that the thick crust pizza was actually invented by a Texan that came up there and started this pizza joint. And the true Chicago style is the little bit thin crust,
Like Domino's.
almost like Domino's is. That's
The
like what they
square
have in the
cuts.
bars.
Because what they would do is pizza used to be bar food, so it would be square so that you can have your beer in one hand and the chip in the
Makes
other
sense, yeah.
and eat it.
And he said, "This was actually Texan."
Of course.
But everybody talks about the thick crust Chicago style.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I.
Because we always make everything better.
See? All right. Haley said she has to go. Have a great weekend. You too, Haley. Thanks for stopping by. Look, Hans said he found reception.
Oh,
Way.
he came back.
Awesome.
Like I said, you treat through the.
Oh, yeah. Shauna said people do know California. That's true.
Yeah.
If you say you're California anywhere in the world, they usually know that. Renee said, yeah, us Floridians can't vote right and have crazy astronauts.
Right?
Oh yeah.
And she said, Dad made chili with beans and served over elbow pasta. I actually liked it as a kid.
My mom always tells me, you
Wow.
grew up eating beans and chili. I said, yeah, you were poor. We didn't have a choice.
True. I mean,
I said, the thing is, I grew older. I
I
moved
have
there.
had beans in chili, and I don't. It doesn't disgust me or anything. But honestly, thinking about like rice or noodles, that's just I can't even comprehend it in my mind.
Oh, wow. Oh, Marie said she had chili at a Greek restaurant served like that.
Wow.
I could see that.
But aren't we real popular here? I don't know if they do it everywhere else for walking tacos.
Like a Frito pie.
Yes.
Yes.
We always got them at the
Now
ballpark.
that doesn't bother me. Like the Frito pie,
Yeah.
or well, yeah, it's okay to me.
Yeah.
But
The
and
noodles.
the rice,
Noodle, yeah.
just-
The rice bothers me,
Yeah.
but the noodles, I'm just used to it. 'Cause
Right.
That's,
Yeah, because you didn't know any better.
right, because I grew up.
yeah.
I mean, we ate that. Like, we would have that all the time, and then we had fried catfish nuggets.
Yeah.
Like, my mom would do that, get that Louisiana fish fry, and she would just fry
The
up
bag or
little
whatever.
nuggets. Yeah.
Of the mix.
Yeah, and then she'd just do that. Like, that was our steak. Like, almost every Saturday we had the fried catfish.
Mhm. I like fried catfish.
Yes. We used to eat it all the time at when I went to Louisiana to visit my grandparents. But he had a special way of doing it. He took 2 paper sacks from the grocery store, stacked them together, folded it up, and he would put the raw fish in there with that mix and just shake the tar out of it to blend, cover it all up, and then grab it and throw it in the fryer. And they have another one set up with paper towels on the bottom, and then they came out of the fryer and put them in there to hold them warm before we ate.
Oh.
That was his method.
Oh, she just had a big plate with a whole bunch of paper towels and they just throw them on there.
And he used to make, when he used to barbecue chicken leg quarters all the time, and he would get a big, huge stock pot, fill it up with barbecue sauce, and as the chicken got perfect, he'd pull it from the grill, dunk it in that, and then put it back on. Instead of brushing it on, he would dunk the whole thing and then put it back on the pit.
Okay.
I just think, wow, that must have been a lot of waste.
Yeah, it probably did.
That was his favorite way of doing it.
Jessica said, my mom always made rice with chili just to make it stretch further. My husband thought we were nuts.
Right.
And she's a Dickinson.
Right.
I mean, I know that the same thing with the beans. That was something that people would do, but it's just not.
It's just like, it cracked me up though when I see in their menu when they said Texas style. And
Yeah.
that was on there. I was like, well, you've never been to Texas, have you?
Yeah, we went to some place that was, I think, actually in Montana, and we couldn't find it. We got to Billings really late at night. It's 10 o'clock at night, and there was no place open. We found this little sandwich shop that was open to 11. Went in there and they said Texas chili, and we said, oh, so what's in your Texas chili? Montana, and people were having chili up at Texas chili. And they're like, oh, well, beans, tomatoes, and all that. And we were like, no, Texas chili does not have beans. And they're like these teenagers that were working, they could not wrap their head. They were like, so it's just meat? You just eat meat? They're like, that's just meat. How do you just eat meat in a bowl?
If you make it correctly, it's not even supposed to have tomatoes in it.
Yeah,
I know.
I've heard that too.
But they could not get over that.
Is it Terlingua that they have the chili festival? I think that's where it is.
Oh.
They do a Terlingua chili festival I think a yearly thing.
Oh,
Because it's actually our state food.
Oh, is it?
The national food of Texas. Or national, but the
state food?
Yeah.
The state food?
Yeah.
The worldwide tour?
Yeah.
I know that the town that my mom lives in LaRue, they have somebody there that has a pretty good chili recipe, and I guess they sell it in the grocery stores. I'd have to look it up and see which one it is. But she's made it for us before. I can't remember the name.
It's the
I have to Google it real quick.
Wow, I know Cincinnati chili, Skyline chili.
Yeah, that one's
you can
pretty
actually buy. Also in some stores.
Yeah,
and
you buy it in
so when you go to their location, though, they'll ask you, I forget the terminology, but they'll say, you either get it with just the meat or you can have it with beans, which I was like, oh, why would I do that?
It's this Ballows. I've seen this before.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I've seen it at the grocery store.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh.
So that comes from her little town.
That's cool.
Oh, wow.
LaRue can't have too many people.
Right? And then Shauna said, get a rope.
Huh?
Right? So, anyway, so what we've got planned over the next, so next week will be our last live here. And I don't know yet.
You said you're doing the chicken.
Oh, yeah, I think we're going to do
the zucchini fries.
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing lemon pepper chicken because we got some Redmonds and we have our own blend of lemon pepper, right?
I think we may be out of it.
Oh, okay.
But we got the dehydrator. I can make another batch.
And I was thinking of making zucchini fries because, again, that's something that I haven't made in probably 3 years.
We used to, real popular for us. I call them zip. Make zucchini chips. I put them on my mandolin, slice them real thin, and throw them in the dehydrator for a while.
Yeah.
We kind of like potato chips.
Yeah. Have you ever had zucchini fries?
Not fries. I've had the chips though, but I haven't ever had zucchini fries.
Okay.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that. Now, do you think you're all going to come next week, or you don't know yet?
I don't know. I don't know Hans's schedule at all for past this weekend.
check the board?
Yeah, I've got to check the board. Yeah, that's pretty much correct. I
That's cool,
know.
though.
I know I'm off next Friday,
Okay.
but then that's going to be like my last Friday
Aw.
for a while. But you
You're
know,
welcome.
but you guys are going to be gone.
I know.
So
Well,
so
come tell us goodbye on Friday then.
I
yeah.
just want
Okay.
But yeah, next Friday will be the last night here. So we'll be cooking that up. And then the following Friday we'll be in Orlando. So we actually get to Orlando technically Wednesday night. So we're leaving here Wednesday that night. We'll leave as soon as he gets off work.
And we're gonna feed the dogs for leave, so you don't need to worry about that day.
it'll be Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so then we'll fly out Wednesday. We're gonna meet up with Shauna at the airport.
Yeah, she's flying here and then flying with us to Orlando. Isn't that
She was
awesome?
like, I gotta have a late. There's no direct flight from California to Orlando, and she's like, well, if I have to have a layover, why not make it where you're gonna be at?
That's smart.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So we'll meet her at the airport.
We gotta set up where the three of us are gonna sit together on the plane.
are you leaving from Bush from
Okay.
IH?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
This is right around
I
the
still
corner.
call it Bush too,
Yes.
right?
Well, that's why we grew up.
Yes.
Or Intercontinental.
Yes.
Yeah. The
But
big
yeah.
push.
We're gonna leave out of there, and we'll meet Shauna, and then when we get to Orlando, then we're gonna meet Susan. I think Brian and Karen are gonna be there that night.
Yeah.
And I think Jerry gets in
The
I think
next night, isn't it?
Thursday.
Yeah.
No, it's like at midnight or
Yeah.
something. Probably about the same time as us. And
Well,
then
Thursday, I guess you call it. Well, Thursday.
Right.
It breaks around.
and then
And then we get to finally meet him and Patty. That's gonna be awesome.
right, I know. Meet a lot of people. And then Friday we'll just figure out. I don't know exactly when we'll hit the Orlando. Well, we're gonna be at Universal Friday.
Well, I thought we were gonna get there as soon as we can.
Yeah, but I'm saying what time we're gonna leave. Because
I don't
we're
know.
gonna go technically live at 7:30 there,
Oh
which is gonna be 6:30 here.
Oh,
So I don't know where we'll
yeah.
be at that
Oh,
point.
yeah.
What?
That's gonna be a little rough. And then also once we land and get to the hotel, I gotta figure out how we're gonna set up and do that too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we're at Universal, we might just go live with your phone.
Just do a drop in, tell everybody hi, and say, all right, I'm jumping on. We'll do it while we're in line to get on the
You
the
might
ride.
be stuck in a long line.
That's
to
what I'm
do
saying.
that.
Yeah, I know. I was looking. I downloaded. Anybody who's going, make sure Universal has an app. So I downloaded the app, and the
Mhm.
app will tell you the wait times for each of the rides.
Awesome.
And I was checking on some of them this week. Yeah, like at 50 minutes.
Yeah. But the cool part about that though, we'll be there with everybody else. and we'll
Yeah,
be able
that's true.
to visit while we're in line.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but so we'll just see what happens Friday night. We'll have to see about connection and everything else, and
We're
then
gonna have to bring those little charging things for our
Yeah.
phones.
and then we're planning to vlog every day. So like that Wednesday, kind of let us know. We're thinking of just vlogging kind of all day. Like, okay, it's Wednesday morning. We're up. He's having his breakfast. I'm eating my breakfast. Okay, here's our lunch today. Oh, here I am getting everything moved in.
And of course,
Call
we'll do
the
a little video
Uber.
of the hotel.
Yeah, call the Uber, and then us seeing Shauna, meeting her, and then when we get there.
The little hack you saw on TikTok the other day where you're doing the
Yes.
tell them we're gonna do that too.
Yes.
Or should we just do it and then they'll see it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll tell her.
And then,
whatever.
so we're gonna try. I'm gonna stay on top of Heath and make sure. I know how that sounds, but I'm gonna make sure that he releases a video every day. So, like on Thursday, it'll be about Wednesday, that kind of thing. And then the following Friday, so 3 weeks from today, then we'll be on the cruise ship. So we'll
That's the
just
other
see
thing.
how that goes.
As soon as we walk on the ship and do all the stuff, I'm gonna start looking around to see where I can set up to do the live on the ship.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if we want to do it in our room or one of the common areas. 'Cause I think if we set up like how we did for Ketochow.xyz,
Yeah.
or how we just went in the lobby of the hotel, if we do that in one of the common areas there on the ship, I think it'd be better because then more people could join us like they did at Ketochow.xyz.
Yeah. That'd be
I think it's
awesome.
Do you think it'll be too loud?
I hope so.
No,
Too loud?
no,
No.
like the other, because so many other people that are going to be there are not going to be keto people.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if they would be making too much noise.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll have to find some
Yeah.
place that's not.
Yeah,
too
that's why I'm gonna
loud.
scout it out when we first get there.
Yeah.
And see.
Shauna
We're
said,
supposed to set up in the library.
I
Remember
don't
that one
think they
ship?
have a library.
With that one ship though, they had a little game room. Remember you
Yeah.
could sit and play games? I wonder if we could just take over that area. I don't know if the people
Oh.
would let us.
Shauna said it cost me less to do a multi-flight from California to Houston.
Yeah.
About $600 less.
Wow.
That's awesome. And Shauna said, I heard some of the lines and busyness going down now that spring break is over. Just
that'd be
random
awesome.
senior nights.
You see, I really
Well,
wanted
that's
to go.
nice.
I wanted to go to Disney World too, but most of the people we're going with said that it's not worth it. That you spend most of your time waiting in line, and you can actually get through the lines quicker at Universal.
Mm.
So I got outvoted.
Mhm.
I know, first world
Poor
problems.
thing. Well, I don't know, because I was watching somebody's video and she was going on about how great Disney is. And I was like, oh, I kind of feel bad you're not getting to go to Disney.
This next year.
Right? So I guess we'll go ahead and call it a night. I know Nicole's got to be tired.
You've
Been up since
3.
like 3 in the morning.
We got up at 3:30 this morning. But you know what? That coffee was so good that I like.
It helped.
Yes,
Wow.
for sure. I generally take like
Oh yeah, we were
coffee.
supposed to let her try the keto break.
I generally try a coffee with me almost every day to work, but I have to try to drink it before I start, because if I get into work, I won't have time to like drink it before it gets cold, because I'm just going and going and going.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I tend to give myself like a little 10 minutes in my car and enjoy my coffee before like I have to get in there and have a
Nice.
so. But I usually do egg coffee. I know that's not
Yeah.
for everybody.
I
but
enjoy
I
it.
like it.
I do too. I've been having that too, where I put, I'm doing it?
Well, because I'm gonna get the stuff together and start cleaning this up while you cut it for it.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
get
reading.
her ready to go.
I'm reading you the comments. It looks like a lot of people are
Logging off.
headed out. Yep.
Oh, okay. Renee said last time it was just hard to tell who was talking, and not everyone has a mic, so it was just hard for me to follow at times. Oh, I'm sorry. Was it better tonight, Renee? Shauna said, I'm headed for a cool shower and a Redmond face mask. Wow. She says, my day wore me out.
Yeah, car stuff is the worst.
It really is. I hate. Oh, goodness.
I drive a Volkswagen Jetta, but a diesel.
Oh.
I have a diesel one,
Oh, wow.
and recently, like my battery just died on me as I was in the middle of the road.
Oh,
But
That's no
luckily,
bueno.
it
You know?
happened right in
Yeah.
front
You want me to do
of
it?
a.
No, I got it.
Alright.
I don't remember if it was like O'Reilly's or whatever.
oh, wow. That was good.
So
O'Reilly.
yeah, I was able to run into the place, ask them if they could run out there. I'll pay for the battery. Can you just throw it into the car? And the guy did it for me. It worked out to my
That's
benefit.
awesome.
Yeah, because I was literally right in the middle of the road.
Oh, I used to have like used cars, right?
Mhm.
You
Beat
did a
up.
whole thing or just a couple of them?
I was just doing a couple.
Okay.
But anyways, I have been stuck on the side of the road so many times. This before really, well, I guess one of them I had a cell phone, but I guess it was not like it is now. And something would happen. I get stuck like near Houston, like Galleria area. Those people, they don't give a shit about you, and they would just pass me by, honk at me. Oh, you're stuck over here. Like honking is gonna help. Like I'm like,
It can be scary.
yes.
Yeah, what's that gonna do? Honking at you? Yeah, okay, yeah. If I could move, don't you think I would?
I know. I'm like, yeah, because I chose to be
Yeah, I
freaking.
would never do
stuck
that
here.
to somebody. I would, no.
Yeah. So I was just, yeah, that's so hard. Okay. I know this isn't the smoothest of.
Who can chop it in a smooth way? Because whenever
That's
I
it?
chop, I'm just
Come
gonna try some.
I think fine. All right.
This is all I get.
Oh my gosh. All right, so this is the new flavor, y'all. The new tropic.
It's fair. Candy to me.
Tell me
feel
what
that?
you taste.
What is it supposed to taste like?
I don't know.
It supposedly has pineapple
I
in
can
it.
taste a little bit of something kind of fruity, but I don't.
Okay. To me,
I can't identify any kind of like anything really.
I think it tastes like vanilla buttercream frosting.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah.
That's what came to my mind was it reminded me the texture and the mouthfeel reminded me of
It
buttercream
does seem
frosting.
creamy.
Uh-huh.
To me, it just tastes like candy.
It is. Mm-hmm.
It's very sweet.
Very addictive.
It is sweet.
Mm-hmm. It's the sweetest keto brick I've ever had.
But if I just had that and didn't have any kind of identifier for the flavor, it would be really hard to pick out what kind of flavor this is.
Yeah.
I think I like anything with chocolate and peanut butter is more my
More strong flavor. Yeah. But this is good. I was impressed with it. I told Heath what would be really good is to make like Ketochow cookies, like the salted caramel, and then melt this with some heavy cream and make it as a frosting.
If you or like drizzle on top of something
Yeah.
else, something like that.
And then it would be
Yeah, more
like
faster,
a
it's gonna
buttercream
harden up.
frosting.
Yes, I know it does. It does harden up pretty quick.
Mhm.
I wasn't even able to put my
Yeah, we're gonna ask
ones
you about that. Why'd you put them in the freezer?
I wasn't able to.
Oh.
I thought that that would make it harden up quicker,
Oh.
but I couldn't fit it in the freezer anyway. I just stuck it in the refrigerator.
That's all we do.
So I thought, oh, if I put it in the freezer, it'll
Quicker.
harden up real quick, and then I can just put it in the bag and put all that stuff away. But my freezer is full of
Meat.
raw dog food and meat. So meat and meat basically. And I didn't have the room. I'm good.
Okay.
I didn't even get to eat all my steak, and I just got full.
I know. We'll get you to go.
But I stuck it in the refrigerator, and it was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, if I put it in the freezer for like maybe 30 minutes, then I can bag it up, and I couldn't put it in there anyway.
Well, just watching the video, I was like, oh, should I put it in the freezer?
No, I was just wanted.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I wanted to just clean everything up.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, I agree. It's not like a real heavy flavor.
Mhm.
It's in
The
there.
flavor is
I got no
it's
idea.
not heavy, but the sweet part of
It's
it.
very sweet.
Mhm.
Yeah, the sweetest keto brick I've ever had. Let's see. Renee said no. She was talking about when we did the live with the group.
Oh,
So, yeah.
50L.
Yeah.
Well, also, we didn't have mics then either. Well, we
Yeah.
didn't tonight either.
Shai said she might bring us the new tropic brick if you guys want it. She didn't really care for it.
Who?
Aw.
Shauna.
Shauna didn't really like this
Oh.
brick.
But what is
There's a shadow
what is-
right here, and that white is not there. So I think it's something. Can you go see it?
What is nootropic? What does that mean?
Here, you just drink it.
It's something by Keto Brains with the Z at the end. They're a company. I think they said, are they based in Arkansas?
I think so.
Anyways, they make keto stuff that's for brain power, so a lot of MCTs in it and that kind of stuff. So what it's called, like nootropic, I think is one of their things, and it also has mushrooms like lion's mane in it. So Keto Brick collabed with them, so that's why it's called nootropic, because it's their like nootropic.
Maybe one's better not try that one because of the mushroom.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I think it
What
does
you do then?
have
is
mushrooms.
message them and ask them about it.
No, I think it actually is in the ingredient. Like, I can't read this stuff anymore.
I don't. The one that I sent him with was coconut, so I don't think there's anything to worry about that. But we didn't get the new flavor in anyway.
Because there's one of them they have that has peanuts in it. So I asked him about that on how I'm allergic. He said, yeah, avoid that one then. And he gave me a whole list of the ones that I can have. What do you think about protecting it against this one? You know it?
Oh, no, I heard the ingredients. I knew they were good.
For me, at least?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he has quite a few. I did the same thing with Ketochow. There's like 2 or 3 of theirs I shouldn't have.
I think it's just the peanut butter one. Just the chocolate peanut butter one.
I think Hans had told me that he got to catch one of the Keto Brick live stream or something the other day, and he said he really liked it.
Yeah. They do theirs every Wednesday at 5 o'clock. They call it the live.
Oh, wait. Ingredients is cacao butter, whey protein, grass-fed whey protein, natural pineapple flavoring, which honestly I don't get that. Natural butter vanilla flavoring. That's what I get.
Yeah.
Natural toasted coconut, gum, stevia, MCT powder. So this is the keto brain stuff. MCT oil, acacia fiber, keto brains. Come on, focus. Nootropic, which is MCT oil MCT oil powder, the CA, organic coconut milk powder, lion's mane, which is a mushroom, alpha GPC, L-theanine, and then sea salt. So yeah, it's got the lion's mane in there.
Well, I mean that's fine. We didn't order that one.
That's
yet,
good.
So.
Now you know right? Now you know not to.
And
when y'all came over the last time, it was like we almost eat mushrooms almost every night.
Yeah.
And dinner, but when you told us that was good, thank you.
Well,
we didn't cook them at all then just to make sure.
Last weekend when Hans was gone, I was like, well, I'm gonna make myself some shrimp because that wouldn't be something that he would normally particularly want. He'll eat it, but
wow.
I was like, I'm gonna make myself some shrimp since he's out of the house,
right?
Tied up in the basement.
That sounded good.
You're gonna have shrimp and mushrooms.
Yeah, the shrimp tacos were really good. I mean,
that sounds good.
Because I made the broccoli slaw inside, and it was like the perfect it really did taste like those shrimp tacos from Torchy's.
You know what I liked at Torchy's though was the fried avocado tacos.
That and I liked everything from Torchy's.
Yeah, me too.
That queso was really good.
And what was the one, the trash taco?
They had one called like the Hillbilly and one called Democrat.
Yes.
And one.
It was like white trash taco or something, or trailer trash.
Trailer trash.
That was it. Trailer trash.
The very first time I ever went to Torchy's was in Austin, and it really was just a little trailer.
Oh.
It was like a little food truck trailer.
Oh.
And then
see, that's what's
over time, I guess they just grew and turned into something else.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to me too how popular the food trucks have become. Because I remember working construction jobs, commercial cabinets, and all the guys called them roach coaches.
Yeah.
My friend's food truck. Well, it's not really a food truck. They are literally a catering service, but they serve from like food trucks. They're called Catfish on Mules.
Oh, okay.
Oh. So they go to the plants and they feed huge groups. Sometimes wedding parties and things like that. But it's good. I mean, I can't eat it, but not these days. But it's really good.
Where was that one place we were at on the World Cruise where they had the food trucks? Remember the whole? Yeah. They took over a whole parking lot. But they'll pull in a van.
That was Tahiti.
And they unload the van. They have to have tables and chairs set up for
so
you.
there was probably 15 food trucks on this island, right? And it happened to be what was cool was where the ship docked. There,
we didn't know it was going to happen. We just stumbled onto it, but it's awesome.
Yeah. And right by there, they set up the food trucks on certain nights, and we happened to be in port the night that they were doing it.
It's like those Dodge Sprint vans, those big ones.
Yeah, and each person who owned their truck, they were responsible for setting up the dining. So they would put out the tables and the chairs, like full on, and then you could just go and eat. So we went to 3 different food trucks. And you would sit down. you wouldn't walk up to the food truck to order. Well, one of them you did, but most of them
It was waiter
you
service.
sat down and it was waiter service
That's different.
at a
It
food
was.
truck.
It was really cool. It was right there in the parking lot,
I
but
know.
still.
I know. Recently they've been having food truck festivals and things like that. I've never gone to one,
Me
but
neither.
yeah.
Well, did you know too? The mayor of Tomball opened up that
That
food truck
403.
park, 403. She's the one that owns that park.
Renee said maybe when you melt down this keto break, it'll cut the sweetness.
Maybe we could try that.
You could, and then just add like more salt. Like I would add
Yeah.
the smoked salt. I think would
Ooh,
play well with
We're gonna be
this
playing
one.
with that.
Shauna said,
Yeah, I would have.
"What the heck is natural butter vanilla? I guess it's just butter with vanilla." She said, "We have a food corral in our movie theater parking lot that has tables and things. Oh, that's neat." Renee said, "We have food truck festivals all the time. Surely y'all have them there too." Yeah, we do. But I mean, the ones that are here, honestly, I just feel like the fad is kind of gone down. Like for a while, it was like food truck parks everywhere.
It was the thing.
I know when we went to the German festival in Tomball last year, they had a bunch of food trucks there. I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
Like it just wasn't. It wasn't all that. I did get bacon on a stick though.
Yeah. Did you ever get to eat off the Lindley's barbecue food truck before he shut down?
I don't think
It
so.
was really good.
I just felt disappointed with the few things
Yeah.
that I did get, or whatever. But and then when I went to Munster, Texas, to their German festival a few months ago, that one you would really think that one was going to be like the best German festival there is.
You weren't impressed?
Oh, really?
Oh.
How was it compared to the Tomball
The
one?
Tomball one was better.
Wow.
And I traveled pretty far to go to that.
That's
that
what really
one in
disappointing,
Munster.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Tomball, they get way into it.
No, they were very into it. In fact, when Hans was there, he got like some of the hat. He got the German hat with all this stuff. But the food, I think, could be more authentic. But when we were up in Munster, it was. I don't even know if they had really that German food. But there is a German grocery store there that's awesome. That place was really cool.
Oh, wow.
We brought back many things from that place that was really good.
Wow. Do you ever make it out to the Tomball Farmers Market?
That place is awesome.
I've been before. I haven't been recently, but
we got in trouble last time we went.
what'd you get in trouble for?
I don't know if that actually happened. We got blamed for it though.
Yeah. So when we were walking the dogs, right, and Heath is always 10 feet ahead of me.
She's away from me, little legs.
I know. And I was walking Samson, and all of a sudden I looked down, like I've been walking, right, and there was like a pile of poop there. But I swear it was like if he had pooped, that means he basically walked and pooped. Which when he's at the house, he doesn't walk and poop. Like he has to run around for 20 minutes.
Don't really do that anyway.
Right, and he has to run around, and then he's got to squat just a certain way. And I'm thinking, if he had dumped, that means he would have just like did it. And it was real green, and I'm like, his is never green. And so I just kept walking because I was like, well, it's not mine. Well, somebody stepped in it and said they saw it was my dog. And the person who was heading, she goes, you need to come here now. And we're like, okay, what's going on? You need to clean this up. People saw your dog do it. And I'm thinking, I mean, if it could have been, and maybe I just didn't see, but I was telling you, if he had done it, that means he pooped in less than a minute. Because I was just standing there like, okay, that's where I'm going. So he had to do it in less than a minute and basically stand while he did it.
You need to go out.
So I don't know, but he bent down and cleaned. Like she was like, "Here's your towels. You got to clean it all up, scrub it off the cement and everything."
Where are you barking at, huh? What's wrong?
She was very hateful about it, and I was just like, "Well, all right."
Well, we took Frankie and Louie to the German festival in Tomball, but it was too hot for them. We literally got there. had no problem getting them on this little shuttle, and they rode over there, and of course everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, French bulldogs!" You know,
Right?
like, just going crazy. But it was just so hot and humid outside that we had to take them back home.
She's laying on the couch barking at me.
She want to go out?
Oh, maybe
Now she does,
maybe they need to go to the bathroom.
All right.
Yeah, I'll have to go check on Frankie and Louie.
Yeah. Renee said we have food. Oh, I think I read that one. She said no. I said melt it down with another brick that's not so sweet. Oh, with the less sweet. Yeah, you could do that. Melt it down with another one.
What flavor?
I don't know.
Really, that could probably go with any
Yeah.
flavor?
No, Renee was saying to melt it down with another brick that's not as sweet.
Like mix the two flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you could top it. Like you could pour the mocha and then pour that one on top.
Oh,
I see, because I really think that would be good as drizzled on top of something, or like a frost, like you were saying, like a frosting.
That's what I was thinking, is to make it like a cookie, like make Ketochow cookies, and then that would be the frosting.
Mhm.
But oh well. Well, let's call it a night, y'all. I'm so glad we did not have technical issues tonight.
Besides the volume in the very
Yes, besides at the very beginning,
Yeah.
the volume and everything. I guess it was the echoes
so
of the
big,
phone
we
and
don't care
everything
about that
else,
one.
but
We have a whole collection of those from
I'm
the,
just glad we didn't have any
hotel-
internet
hotel.
issues.
Oh,
So whenever
That's
I
what they
checked
put out on
stuff
the buffet,
last
breakfast buffet every morning. So
Friday, they
and when we go,
they were like, "Oh yeah,
we'll
your
bring a stack of
gateway,"
those
which
to
is
feed
what I
them.
figured is what it
Oh,
was.
okay.
They were
Well,
like, "Yeah, your
bring 'em
gateway's
back.
ruined. We need to send you a new one." So they sent me a new gateway, and I think we got it Monday or Tuesday.
something like that.
And I put it in after he got off work, and so I'm just
So
glad.
far, it's been working pretty good.
Perfect.
It
I'm
worked good
just so
tonight,
happy.
except for so we didn't have connection issues. We had volume issues.
Yeah, volume.
And we didn't use the mics at all tonight, huh?
No.
Yeah, we just used the. I think
Oh,
they
well.
could hear pretty good, but they were saying maybe you were the hardest one to
Because I was
hear.
first
You're the
away.
furthest away.
But see, at Ketopalooza, that's all we did was my phone, and it worked.
Yeah, well, we've done it
But then we're
before.
all, yeah, so I don't know.
Well, somebody was saying if we had mics, it would be easier. So I don't know. We'll have to play around. Again, maybe whenever we're in Florida, we get it straightened out.
Yeah, we can ask Chris to help us.
Yes, the
Those
engineer.
Those were his.
All right,
brother.
y'all. Well, again, thanks
Oh, we're telling her
everybody.
good night.
Yeah,
Or
wrapping it up.
Yeah.
go to bed, weirdo.
Thank y'all again for joining
I'm
us,
just
and
doing
thank you so much, Nicole, for
Yeah,
stopping
Yeah,
by
I just have so
and
much
for
fun. I don't
taking
want
care
it
of
to
our
end.
dogs while we're
Yes.
gone.
Yes.
Even though they did bark at you when you got here.
My dogs bark at me when I walk in the door too.
They just them telling you hi.
Yes.
Yeah, Delilah did lick you.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Aw.
she came back in here
And she's like,
later and was
"Oh,
like,
You can tell them goodbye again.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well,
Your
you
Aunt
have a good
Nicole.
night too, Swan. Everybody have a good
Good night,
one. We'll see
everybody.
you
Thank
next
you.
time. Bye.